features in Roll20?
I don't know if I did it or not.
I did not use my beta features.
While you open Roll20.
Oh,
God.
how do I enable
so
beta
quiet.
features? Yeah.
How do I enable Roddy's
I
voice?
tried to.
Oh, it
didn't
takes you to
seem
like
to
a
do it,
different
so.
page.
Yeah, I'm fucking reload. Here we go. I'm rolling the dice here. It's reloading.
Roddy, I actually don't think it's coming through your headset. Might be the issue.
Oh.
Or maybe it is, but I just turned it up to 200 for me to hear you.
All right, let's go.
All
Wait,
right.
So wait,
thought
what are
that-
these beta features? How do you use them?
I don't
If you
know.
go
It
to
just popped up when I opened
yeah.
Roll20.
If you go to
Oh, yeah.
settings, there's now an
Mine are
option
on.
that says use beta features.
I don't know.
Toggling beta features will cause page to reload. Okay.
How's that?
Which it did.
Wait, what
You
the
sound
fuck?
the exact same to me.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, it
I
is
was gonna
on.
say, is Roddy even
Yeah.
talking? Because I didn't realize I couldn't hear him.
He's just fucking with you.
Let's try this.
There you go.
That's weird.
I mean, you're still like trailing off at the end, and I have you starting up to 200 still to hear you.
It is a little quiet.
Did Microsoft change your input settings? Because sometimes with updates they'll do that.
Oh, hold on. I've got my my USB dongle plugged into 3.0, and it might need it.
It was working really well until that very last sentence. Then I'm like, it's fixed, and it's like, no, it's not.
Yeah, when you said
Well-
hold on, it was like very clear.
Yeah, let me try something. Hold on.
So, Chris Raimondi, don't. You ever? No, that's worse.
That is so much worse.
I think it's not coming through.
Did you throw us in the dryer?
So it's Chris's chair is a really cool look from the blur. It looks like it's like a steampunk chair, and it has like an exhaust vent over his what would be his right shoulder. Like it flickers in and out occasionally. And I don't know what is over your right shoulder that's doing that, but there's like this. It almost looks like the end of like a muffler. Like, oh, it's the tube behind you.
Hello.
It's a poster.
Yeah.
I hear you.
I'm like, Chris has an awesome chair. It has an exhaust vent.
Is something else ready?
All right. That better?
Yes.
A lot better.
Okay. Yeah. This dongle cannot go into a USB 3.
You exist. All right.
Yep. All right.
So, welcome back, everybody. I know it's been a while.
All you
So-
assholes going on vacation.
Hey,
I'm sorry, vacation.
I think he's talking about me.
He said assholes. So we are back. Our last couple of sessions were, for the most part, actually fairly easy to summarize. It starts with killing a dragon that took about 2 sessions, and then going to Hornar in Mjorn for some quick upkeep with shopkeepers, and also talking with the press and getting more information about what was going on. And then making your way down south to try and find the green dragon. And you have made your way into, what the hell is the new displays? Encounter should be up. You have made your way into Shiv.
Is that the name
Where-
of the water town?
Yes.
Whatever it is. Or
Yes.
Murloc town.
Lizard folk.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yep.
601 half dozen another.
Which is what looks like an old kind of like docktown wetlands that looks to be human-made actually, but is occupied primarily by lizard folk.
Bigger water? Wasn't that the story of Bigger Water? Yeah.
Oh no.
It's here. It transplanted universes.
Bigger Water was the opposite. It was made by fucking kobolds.
Oh, yeah.
Then you old motherfuckers ran them out across the fucking land.
You know what?
All right.
I'd do it again.
Anyway. So you guys came here. You spoke with some of the locals, and you eventually found a dwarf named Boot. Boot had indicated that he may have known where the dragon lair was, but that he believes that the dragon has left, and has no indication whether this is a permanent or a temporary, I guess, excursion for the dragon. And I believe that Roddy was able to read lips of 2 of the lizard folk and learned of the they are missing. Yeah, the leader of the lizard folk is currently missing.
Oh, I know their leader was missing.
Oh,
I got a name. I didn't get the leader. I mean, I guess
what was the
probably
name?
would've
What was the
found
name that
out.
I gave you?
I'm currently away from my computer putting my dog on the crate.
Was it
I don't-
Deortha?
That sounds familiar.
Well, you gotta now.
Well,
we all have
spoiler.
to. We all have to forget it's the leader. That's
Spoiler alert.
Don't metagame. This is what happens when there's no audio. God damn it. Damn it, Streamlabs.
Yeah.
Well, I'll double check my notes, but I'm pretty sure we just got a name.
I mean, I'm very interested in going to the Green Dragon's house while he's not there and looting all his treasure.
That's where we were headed next.
Perfect.
Yep. And Boot had said that he wanted to discuss things with you, but wanted to do it out of earshot of the little town.
And Boot is an alchemist, if I remember correctly.
That is correct. He
He's
is
also a
not-
coward. Doors aren't cowards. We would say anything where anyone could hear anything.
Wait, you wouldn't say anything anywhere where anyone could hear.
We would say anything where everyone
okay.
could hear it.
Durek is just shouting expletives about lizard folks in the street as we wander the town.
We're not racist. We're-
So
I didn't say they're bad, I just said expletives. Maybe that's how fucking awesome they are.
That's
But
fair.
with that, we will go ahead and pick up. I believe it is morning. You guys are still in the inn, or we're getting ready to leave the inn, possibly. But yeah, you came downstairs. Boot was already awake and ready, and that's where we're at.
I asked my
Halen
potatoes if
Wilmot.
they can run into a dragon today.
Not today. Maybe next week.
Oh, your dragons are seers,
enough.
connected directly to God.
Ooh.
I mean, that is the best way to go.
Now this is where you guys find a dragon.
Halen Wilmot, Boot.
Hello there.
Oh, I forgot how lovely your accent was. like a wind
constantly,
chime.
And remember, as you
I am constantly
as you close
using.
the- Go ahead.
I'm constantly using Druidcraft to make him smell like peonies.
Better than a son to boot.
Have I met
Must
Boot
be
already?
old boot.
Oh wait, I met Boot right before we finished last one.
Yes, and we all met.
Well,
met Boot.
so you all came back to the tavern, but I don't actually remember if you interact with him specifically.
I don't. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I mean, if you want, now is your chance, buddy. We don't have audio from last week. It's whatever you want.
Convenient.
I'm polishing my new rocket launcher that I got in last week's adventure.
I know that didn't happen.
Oh yeah, I remember.
How can you
that.
prove it?
Oh,
You can't
that
prove it.
totally
There's
happened.
no evidence.
He has evidence or witnesses.
He's got Excel spreadsheets.
There's 4 people here who will agree with me, and none that will agree with Josh.
There's only
If there was
one
a
way to
shirt-
know for sure. Are they in Chris's notes? If it's in Chris's notes, it's canon.
Oh my god. This is like the page map. Like, he can rewrite history. All he has to do is write down that it happened. He's got
I'm
ultimate
gonna be
power.
honest. The only thing I really wrote down about was the Doshu, the armorer's wife, going behind his back and having relationships with his best friend.
The important
whole,
shit.
The whole
Yeah.
drama. Yeah, that's the stuff that I wrote down. So.
That hot goss. We gotta keep track of it.
You also wrote down that Boot made potions overnight.
Listen, the DM knows because he reads your notes. Can you just...
I do read your notes. That's true.
Hold on, I have access to this. I'm just gonna write in that there's a rocket launcher.
All right, but anyway, yes. Would you like to interact with Boot, Roddy?
Yes, I will. Am I okay?
As far as I'm concerned,
assuming,
you all just came downstairs, so.
okay. So yeah, I'm assuming they're all sitting.
So,
Is he
Boot,
sitting
so
down
when
there,
you
like-
all came downstairs, Boot was already downstairs eating some breakfast, and you guys have woken up and come downstairs, and I think the
Oh,
last
okay.
thing that you heard him say was he was excited. Oh, I think someone had asked whether he slept well, and he said he did, and that he made a bunch of new potions overnight.
Who was this?
And he was also surprised that Durik exists because everyone assumed the Sand Dwarves had died.
Yes.
Fuck my character sheet. I'm gonna leave this open.
Really good because you can control F. There's some specific
I
detail
know,
in order like this character.
Chris didn't give me edit access, so I'm shit out of luck to put a rocket launcher into play. That is for the best. I should not have that kind of power. Okay, we're good. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I'm just sitting across the table, but I got like handkerchief out, and I'm just covering my nose. Not very obviously, but just kind of like.
I will say, I think currently somebody's making boot not smell like a boot.
He smells like peonies.
Oh. Never mind then.
I'll switch it up
I
to
think-
like
I think
some
he smelled-
Scots pine.
I think he smelled fine. I feel like this is like putting cologne on a smelly person. Are we just getting 2 cents rather than like like can you convert his scent? You're really just overshadowing it, right? So we just have smelly boot pine.
Musty
Like,
boot
wait.
with some fresh pine.
It's like spraying Glade in the bathroom after somebody took a shit.
Yeah,
Like,
let's
The Axe
Flower.
body wash shower.
Yeah.
Or the Axe body spray shower.
let's
there
really
you go.
dig into prestidigitation. Are you really like let's go into the details
This
here.
is Druid class there.
Oh, Druid Crab, sorry, Druid Crab, which is just prestidigitation for druids, but yes.
Yep.
All right.
I'm sorry. Who was this?
This is boot.
Boot.
Hello there.
Charm.
Like nails on a chalkboard every time.
So. All right. Well. Nice to meet you guys.
Boot puts his hand out and he gives you a nice smile, and you can see he's missing about half of his teeth.
Ugh.
Alvalor like flinches a little bit, but doesn't put his hand out. Jake shakes his hand, and then
As
pulls it
soon as
away,
that
and then
happens,
takes a handkerchief back out and wipes his hand.
You
I
can see that.
immediately changed the scent to that of skunk.
when you wipe your hand, he kind of looks at his hand and then wipes it on his chest as if he's wiping some goo off.
I say, how greasy is boot when you shake his hand? Like,
On a scale of 1 to 10, 11.
Believe it
also,
or not, his hands are pristine. The only part of his body that might be, actually.
Also, I feel in the world we've experienced where I've never ever seen a shower, a bathroom, any of that stuff, right? I'm gonna assume that most people look like boot, right? Like
Yeah,
we've been adventuring for
most
66 sessions, and I've never heard anyone mention a toothbrush a single time. So they never met a dentist.
I haven't pooped in 2 months.
Actually, Rodok made those castles that had baths in them, I thought.
Sure did.
Well, that was an outlier, we'll say. Right? I'm just saying that we've met a lot of magic shop owners, a lot of armorers, forges, all kinds. Never a dentist. Not one dentist in the bunch. Let's off to adventure. Let's giddy up. Boot is gonna take us to a place. The Green Dragon's house.
Come out.
When you say that, he kind of looks around and he goes,
Oh, so the Green Dragon's house, Boot? Did you forget?
he kind of looks at the rest of you, like, wondering how you've put up with this for so long. Let's go.
Oh, that sounds good.
Wait a
Lead the
second.
way.
Hold on, I got
the name. What is it? Diatha? Josh,
Say that again.
what's the name of the person that was missing? You said Diatha or something like
Diortha. Or Deortha.
that? Boot, have you heard the name Diortha at all?
And when you say that, he once again stops and looks around and goes, and then
All right.
and
I
then
think
he
our
beckons you to
conversations
follow
with
him.
Boot needs to happen outside the town.
Fair enough.
All right. Can I get? Well, I guess we'll say someone has the passive perception of someone who can never not notice anything. You
That's me.
notice, you notice that when you
25?
said,
I stop at the bar for some roadies before we go though, so I'm off doing that.
all right,
Especially 26, but you know, who's got?
No, mine's 25.
Oh,
okay.
You both notice, upon the use of, upon talking about the Green Dragon and talking about Dorotha, you see that other folks, lizard folks within the inn, kind of hone in on you, and the eyes kind of look at the group. Barley, when you go to get your roadies, you can see that the bartender is looking at you kind of questioningly.
Helen
distrustfully.
Wilmette. I mean, have I interacted with him before? I mean, I've been here for a whole night. I assumed we were best friends by now, but
Would you have told him that you were looking for a green dragon last night?
let's be honest, probably.
Well,
um,
then you're used to this look.
oh, no, probably wouldn't have come up last night, but I mean, he clearly heard me before, so that's fine. So, Helen Wilmette, Bobber, I'll take 6 for the road, please.
He kind of nods, still looking disapprovingly at you, and
I mean, that is a look not from him, but just in general that I am very familiar with.
hand you 6 bottles.
Thank you, kind sir. Much obliged. I throw him, let's say 20 gold. It's not my money. It doesn't matter to me.
Wow.
let's turn that frown upside down, friend.
He seems to look more concerned when you hand over that much gold.
There is just no pleasing people sometimes. I swear to God, I take the 6 bottles and I open one up and I put the others in my bag.
All right.
I mean, do the
I
people
would like to constantly be watching our backs as we walk out of this town.
Don't
Make sure we're
bother.
not being followed.
These guys are bitches. I mean, do they seem hostile or just disapproving?
I mean, a mix of disapproving, but also they are very yes, lizard folk, interested in what y'all are doing. You guys seem to have said magic words that that concerns them deeply.
I mean,
my God, you scared the fuck out of me.
because I mean that's fine. I heartily ignore the disapproval, so I take no further actions. It does not bother me.
Just for a bit of other recap, every dragon folk here is green, and assuming that this was shared, I assume that
the green dragon is everyone's daddy. I get it.
well, also the fact that you learned that their leader happened to have recently gone missing, and then you asked about her, or someone asked about her.
Who would do that?
Yeah, I mean, I would raise my hackles if I was a bartender.
I didn't say we were going to murder a green dragon. I just said that we were going to go like I can't tell. Are they pro green dragon or anti green dragon? I can't tell.
No, you can't, and you don't know. But when you bring up both the leader and that two hot topics, whether for or against, that's going to get people to stare.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you just don't know what their
And
feelings are.
And also, I believe that I remember Boot had told you that he had asked about a green dragon, and they kept denying the existence of it.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, that makes sense. All right. Well, do I notice people being weird?
What's your passive perception?
Oh Lord, are you? So no. Let's just say no.
You noticed the bartender being weird.
Oh no, it's 16. Oh, I know things.
Okay, yeah, you noticed. You know things.
I drink and I know things. It's fine. So I walk back up. All right, guys, you ready to go see the green dragon? And now I am actively perceiving to see how that affects the room.
Well, now everyone's staring at you openly.
They were already staring, I think.
Yeah, but it was like kind of like the subtle glances.
All right,
Now you
I stare back.
Just
I take a
Josh is
good
staring.
30 seconds and I stare at each of them individually. I'm making it
Is
much
this room
weirder.
being lit with like sconces and stuff like that?
yeah, it does.
I'm just going to try to distract everybody and use
Why are
control
we-
flames
Why not?
to
No,
just make them look like firework displays.
we don't need to distract. Like we need to either we don't be looking over our shoulder for the next 2 sessions. So let's end this here and now,
then let's-
or establish dominance
Get
in
the
that.
fuck out of here.
Don't yeah. No, because then we have to be worrying about these assholes and what their motivation was. Let's figure out their motivation before we walk out of this room. Like
So
we know they're
so
all
Are we going
weird.
to be able to walk?
So while they're acting weird, can I?
We are level 14, Chris. They are bar goers. Like
Can I whisper to my Professor Skull about lore regarding the social customs of green dragons?
Okay.
How I would it be better for us to persuade them or just to dominate them to best
lizard
proceed
folk.
with this interaction?
yeah.
The orb says these aren't dragons,
Yes,
but if they were dragons, you should dominate them.
okay, but like I'm just going to just assume that they wish to be like
And I didn't mean dominate like Dom, but I mean is like just we're in a situation now. We've already drawn attention to
Challenge.
ourselves. Let's not even that. Just let's figure out what they're weirded out about, and let's either put it to bed or acknowledge it, and then we can leave, right? Because the thing is, like, we're gonna leave and we're gonna go, man. I wonder if they were fans of the Green Dragon or if something else was going on. And we are in a good situation.
We have somebody with us that will answer that question as soon as we leave.
Boot doesn't know shit about shit. They won't even tell him if there really is a green dragon. Okay, I follow F's lead because I trust F's. So I drink my beer, I stare at the bartender, and then I walk out the door.
I'm actively checking our back.
Yeah, nobody follows
whole
you
way
out of the bar.
The
And,
whole way out of town.
You guys leave, and Boot starts scurrying towards the exit, and he's muttering things under his breath.
I'd appreciate if you wouldn't use such racist language like scurrying just because we have short legs. Come on.
You walk in that sleep. Boot scurries.
All right, fine.
Boot trait, not a dwarf trait. You're strut like a fucking peacock and be
Yeah, it's like like when you're walking next to somebody, right? And like one of you can take 2 steps for everyone's one. You're taking 1 step, and Boot is taking like 3 for your one. All right, he is scurrying.
You definitely know that, like, you can see that Dirk is like, what is like the word that I'm looking for? A little bit embarrassed when he's around Boot, I guess. Yeah.
Probably accurate.
gotcha. Makes sense.
First he was excited to see another dwarf, but now he's embarrassed.
Yeah, that's probably about right. All right, so you guys make your way towards the gate and outside of the town, and when you're far enough away, Boot stops and he goes, "Do you not know what this means?"
No, I don't speak dwarf.
He looks at Durek. Is he okay? Was he hit on his head?
Possible.
You know as much as I do.
Most likely.
I say it in dwarvish.
I'm
Yes.
I'm so confused. So, they worship this dragon. They don't like when outsiders discuss the dragon.
So yeah, I told you they're cultural
Also-
transplants.
Do you know what tough titties mean? Because I
I
don't give a
told
fuck
you
what they
this.
want. Who cares? I don't give a shit what they want.
That can impede our research.
Okay.
So, what were you going to tell us before this whole thing went down? Now that we're outside of town.
Well, one was that.
Maybe you should have said
Second
it.
being
Maybe you should
they
have
are
said
on
it.
edge.
Maybe you should have said it inside of town. That was
I
pertinent
hinted.
information.
last night that nobody was giving me information.
But if they worship the I don't understand. They worship the dragon, but they don't want to talk about the dragon. It's like Fight Club. I don't.
Well, I would imagine that generally people try to kill dragons.
Well,
And
yeah,
possibly openly worshipping a dragon that is in the middle of... Where the hell are we?
I think every place we've been so far, there's been some group worshiping the dragon, right? Like, seems a
In the
pretty
middle
common occurrence.
of Milnar would probably be a good reason to have it killed.
Yep.
But they're especially on edge right now because their leader has gone missing.
related
The leader
to
is a great shaman.
dragons?
I do not know, but I think that there might be a coincidence here. And they also might think there's a coincidence, which means talking about both of these things in front of them might put them on edge!
I still don't care. I just drink my beer. I just look at them. You're very, very feisty. You know what? I appreciate that in a dwarf. It's fine.
How
Listen,
far away are we?
I'll protect you if they come after you. Don't worry about it. It's okay. They're just little, like you.
It's not the protection, it's the research.
Gotcha.
How far away?
Alright.
How far away are we?
Let's get.
We'll probably get there around nightfall if we hurry.
No, I mean, how far are we from? I'm asking out of character. How far we got from the bar or the inn that we left?
We're outside of town.
You guys are currently outside of town. You are out of sight of the gate.
Are we out of sight of people?
You cannot see any people.
So I guess while Boot and Farley are having this conversation, I'm gonna be setting up my telescope, spyglass, and I want to be looking back at the end to see what conversations are happening.
How far does that let you look?
5 miles.
It's long. Give me a second.
That's what she said.
Hold on. Let me look up what spyglass is because it's not giving me the spyglass stats. Let's see.
Liam, you had popcorn already, bud. Maybe. Okay. If you're hungry, there's more steak, okay?
Ooh, steak.
Can
Damn,
I have
why are we-
steak?
Why are we not all at Will's house eating steak and popcorn?
Yeah, right? Jeez, guys, missing out.
I mean, I have one of them, so.
I made Chipotle steak pasta for dinner. It was fucking delicious.
Fancy.
I mean, I think 5 miles is on the table. Seems to be the only.
2 miles. Oh wait,
Alright.
no. Dungeon Master Guide notes that Dungeon Master Guide notes the normal character can see about 2 miles, assuming the day is clear. The only thing that's probably. I think that's just like. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
I guess what I'm trying to, I guess really though, what I'm trying to figure out is if you're out of town, if you're out of sight of the gate.
Mhm.
So like currently you're not even on the map. Well, you would have to at least have sight of the inn in order to be able to
Yeah.
zoom in.
Is this one the end?
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense though, right? Because the gate is here.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
I mean that.
But if you're
it's
not
like,
of sight, if you're out
yeah.
of sight of the gate,
ooh, how far can people see?
yeah,
Is it 2.5 miles?
in a wetland, you know what? Roll evens or odds. We'll do it that way. whether you were able to at least see the end. If you can see
Okay.
the end, we'll give it to you.
Can I climb a tree?
No. Let's say you're able to find a tree.
I'm in a tree. I'm setting up my scope as Barley and Boots yelling at Barley.
While you are, while he's finishing yelling at Barley, you're like halfway through setting up your. It takes how long to set up? 10 minutes?
I mean, it takes 5 minutes. To
Oh,
set
5
up.
minutes? Okay. So
Yeah.
you finish setting it up, you finish yelling at Barley, and he looks around, or he looks over at you and he goes, "And what are you doing?"
Also, I can't imagine anything more frustrating than yelling at Barley because it literally does not. He's like a kid who just doesn't give a shit. Like, I barely understand what this little man is yelling about. So,
I just like what I do best, and I just start spying on people, seeing what they're saying, talking about, reading lips, trying to figure out, trying to gather intel.
Voyeurism. Yes.
maybe you can
looks
figure.
back at
Maybe you
Cora.
can figure out
How do
who's.
you travel with these folks?
You can figure out who's sleeping with who back in town. You can put that mystery to rest.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
All right. So we'll say you're able to poke in at the inn. You can see, there's only 2 people in the inn at this point. You're not sure when the others who are in there left, but there is the bartender. Well, basically 2 people who are working.
Okay, wait. How full was the bar when we left?
There was probably about 3. There was 3 other people plus the bartender, and then like the,
Oh,
the waitress.
The way Boots acting, I thought there was like 1,000 in there.
yeah. I honestly thought it was like a full.
No.
Like it was breakfast time for the town. They were all there.
I give Boot a beer to help chill him down. He's got.
So there's nobody there then. Just the
I mean, there's 2
bartender.
people in there, and they are talking.
I mean, yeah.
Wait, you said what?
I just want to see what they're saying. I'm reading
Yeah.
their lips.
So you can make out they're currently talking about the party, and also they're talking about a certain smelly dwarf that smelled a little less smelly today, and they are trying to figure out whether you guys have anything to do with the disappearance of Deortha. They also have said that the others are going to warn the other shaman in case they might be able to have any sort of insight and can see into the smoke.
I really am.
See, nothing
then,
to worry about.
Well, does mean that the town isn't responsible for this current Deortha.
They said again?
It means the town is probably not responsible for the disappearance of
Well, I mean,
Deortha.
these couple people, right? Like, there could be a. As we all know, there's always layers on layers in every town we go to, right? There's the publicly good, the publicly good but secretly evil, the secretly evil that are really good. I mean, we got like matrices. We have
Whatever it is, it's not like.
And then there's
it's not
rats.
Right. It's not like a town-wide conspiracy.
Yeah. Yes.
Not like
yes.
the village. The
Like,
village situation.
Thank God we finally got that lady. Yeah. Like.
Right.
Can we hear more about these seagulls or pigeons over here? What were they doing while we were there? Did they look like normal birds?
God.
Josh, I'd like to look at the birds in my telescope.
What are they talking about?
When you relay that, Boot's gonna ask, how did you learn this?
I just pointed the telescope.
He looks at it very interested, and he says, "How does it work?"
Well, you can check it out, but you're going to have to climb up here, so if I break it down, it's not going to work again for the rest of the day.
You see as he pulls out a little potion from his bag, and he takes a chug, and he starts kind of levitating up towards the telescope.
Man, that's convenient.
What a waste of just climb the goddamn tree. He was only like 10 feet up. My God,
Yeah,
man.
I reach my hand down and help him up. Just like levitate there, past me.
But
Listen.
bear in mind, you guys are in some swampy wetlands. The trees are not the most reliably sturdy trees.
Listen,
Um,
Boot started this session by yelling at me for 10 minutes. I'm gonna give him shit this entire night. So.
Fair enough. So he looks into the telescope and kind of peers over towards where you were looking, and he goes, "Remarkable. And this, how is it magic?"
It looks like magic to me.
Not my area of expertise. That's something you have to tell me.
Hmm.
I'm
Might
assuming, yes.
I borrow this tonight?
Ew. Boo, gross, man. Keep.
No. I can
My
make
God.
another. I can make another.
Yes, but
If I somehow break it, I promise I will pay triple its value.
This is
you
from
do
the
realize this thing is about
smelly
2,000
interloper.
gold, right?
Rest in peace.
Normal spyglass is 1,000 gold. This one I think is a lot more than that.
This is a magic
If I
item that lets you
break
see
it-
through walls. It's probably 50,000 gold. Like,
I give you the word of a legion. I will get you triple the value if I break it.
The word
But
of
don't
who?
worry, I don't break things.
Insight.
Yeah.
So much insight.
is Josh is
I'm
really
ro-
mad
I'm
at this
rolling-
telescope. Yeah.
Wait, what?
I'm
No,
rolling
he
insight on that.
wants to make it.
No,
21.
he's gonna secretly break it. And this is how he does it. Boot is your vehicle to break the telescope.
21. Dirk is just doing this because he's dubious of this whole
Oh.
guy.
You believe that he does not break things.
Okay. I take it apart and like slowly hand it over to him.
Ah, thank you. And he takes and he shoves it in his bag, and you don't think it's going to fit as it goes right in Mary Poppins style.
I'm just like,
Boy,
Oh, bag of holding.
what?
Oh,
What is
nice
that?
bag of holding.
It's not a real one, don't worry.
Define not the real one.
I would like to roll insight again.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Hold on one second. If Boot's got enough money to pay for a brand new one, how much for the charge to let him use it?
Good call. Because he's just gonna make a new one and then sell it. Like, what are we getting from this?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Like for the use of the telescope for the evening, there has to be a charge for
To do weird things, weird boot things.
Boot is definitely telling you the truth. Whether he knows what a real bag of holding is the way that you do is to be determined. But he believes that he does not have a real bag of holding.
This is a handy haversack instead.
What's the difference?
I made this and I can unmake it whenever I feel.
Infusions.
that. I see. I'm
We-
still back
we've
to my
had-
point.
Seriously, reconsidering giving him this telescope now.
Well, now it's gone unless you're gonna stick your hand in the bag of holding. So.
If I unmake it, all the contents spill out. It doesn't go anywhere.
Okay.
I could listen to Boot talk all night.
Boot, we're gonna need. We definitely need a fee for you to use the telescope to make your own.
Is not showing you with the dragon's nest a fair trade is?
Weren't
You
you
were
already
really
doing that?
excited to show us the dragon nest before there was ever a telescope, so cut that bullshit right out.
I was excited, and then I found something that I can use, and I care about my research, and this is helpful for my research. I don't understand.
Also, if you don't
But
pay
we're
us, I'm gonna
going to
let
take
the
us there
lizard folk
anyway.
kill you.
And also-
I mean, we're just gonna need 500 gold fee to
Man, we're just like
for use of the
micro.
thing.
Chris is usually the one who pushes along. He is micromanaging this telescope process.
I'm
Question.
the treasurer, right?
Yeah. Well, I just threw
Boot?
away 20 gold for nothing, so I
Yes.
hope you deducted that.
Do you think you could make this with variable magnification? So I can go further and longer, maybe penetrate
Yeah, you just
more.
you put one telescope
obstructions.
behind the other telescope, and then you just, that's how telescopes work. You just line them up. Like, you can't disprove that's how
You would-
telescopes work.
If you would like, I could definitely attempt to alter your telescope. I can't guarantee that it'll work because I have not had to do something like this with a magical item before, but I can definitely try.
All right. Well, how about this? You can replicate this as long as you can successfully modify mine. And if you break it, you owe me 10 times the cost of the admin cost.
Now, if I break it while trying to modify it, I refuse to pay anything. This is for you.
Right, but then if you don't,
If I break it, then I can't replicate it, right?
fine. Then try
Replicate
to
it first, then modify.
wait, replicate it. Try to modify the one that you replicated. Then, if successful, do it on mine.
Then you could always replicate again if you needed to.
There's a lot of sorry. There's also a lot of sentimental value that goes along with this. I've had this since I was a child, so kind of giving a lot away here. So
Man, teenage Alvalor
Understood.
must have been a menace with this telescope.
those
Oh,
those
we all
are
know
some
for
dark
fuck's sake,
times.
Avalor was ever a child.
Is one of our party members going to get canceled when something comes up in a few sessions?
Yikes.
Understood. I will do it in that order. Like I said, I don't break things, but this seems to be something that I haven't seen before, which is also very rare.
All right, sounds good.
All right. Now, can we continue?
My God, yes, please.
Follow me. And Boot continues drifting off ahead, which is very, very useful since it is very swampy.
He's still levitating.
He has a fly speed.
What about me?
Wait, levitation gives you a fly speed?
It's not levitate. He has.
Oh,
he actually
he has
just
fly.
fly
Gotcha.
speed.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, I'm pretty sure levitate's like 10 feet per 6 seconds. I'm
Yeah.
like, this isn't real slow.
Wait. Do you? Does Durek say that? What about me?
It is slow going for sure. I do have small. How deep is the swamp?
Pretty deep. He'll.
you could jump in his bag of holding and just leave your head out the
You,
top.
you. Yeah, I'm gonna ask all of you guys to roll survival, or if you have something else you want to roll, go for it.
I'm
Durek,
also-
if you would like to ask Boot, he may have another potion for you.
I'm also flying. I don't know if I mentioned that.
How?
20 survival, no
I'm-
problem.
Oh, yeah, no,
I'm
you don't need them
7
at all.
character types. I'm sure one of them can fly. All right, Can I roll on the wild magic table to see if I can start flying? I'm sure there's an option. There's some option on there to let me fly, I'm sure. Okay, survival it is. Okay, go away. Ooh, +1, great. 15.
Yeah, you're fine.
I
I
got
still
long
did better
legs.
than Dorian.
I got long legs.
Who?
Oh dear lord, you rolled an 11.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
You drown.
We
In the
just see his
muscle.
little hand sticking up out of the water.
yeah, I mean,
even how the
basically-
roll looks makes you look like a second-class citizen in Roll20, my guy. Like, it's harder to see in every way. It gives less
the
information.
equivalent of 5 feet of walking speed is removed as you are going through the swamp, and as you kind of are, ever so slow. Boot eventually looks at you and says, "Would you like some help?"
If you were offering, I do not wish to impose.
Can't you fly?
He tosses a flask.
For
at
1
you.
minute.
Okay. Listen, if there was ever a time to just burst your own wings out and start flying as a power play, that was the moment to do it, by the way. Like, just absolute baller for the next minute, and then,
I was just gonna go full on lizard and start
swimming.
letting him swim and let him hitch a ride.
It's so he throws a vial at me, right? Presumably it is some kind of flying potion.
It gives you a flight speed of 30 feet, and
Sweet.
while, I mean, it's gonna last you for 4 hours.
Thank you, sir. You're most kind.
Call your doctor. Anyway, and Chris got it. Thank you.
I got the joke.
Thank you. All right, we go. We're hustling. We're going to the Green Dragon. I mean,
Alright.
the not Green Dragon.
So eventually, after going through some of the probably worst parts of the marsh, you kind of start finding like into a nice clearing, and um, suddenly it starts turning almost like rocky, and you find yourselves in a large clearing, and in the middle of the clearing looks like the beginning of a cave.
Ooh. Guys, I think this might be it.
Boot had said this has been abandoned, right? Like it moved on.
Say it again.
Allegedly. Boot had said it had moved on, right? Allegedly.
Yes, they said he hasn't been here in a few weeks.
Okay, so can I now roll for nesting habits of dragons?
Yeah.
Cool, a 12.
I mean, you know that generally, right? If a dragon has a nest, it keeps treasure there. It does come back there. It has very large importance to it.
Hmm.
If a dragon leaves its nest, it's under a few circumstances. One is it feels exceptionally threatened, which is unlikely for a ancient dragon, or it's dead, or it has decided to find a new home, one that it finds more suitable or better.
And then I detail the reasons to the party of why we are ostensibly dragonless.
I'd like to kind of go around, start investigating the layer to see if there's any signs of any recent activity or anything. Everything just seems like
Go ahead and roll investigation for me.
I can do that. Oops, that's not right. Right window. Ooh. Hold it. 23. I should have just used my passive. It was 28.
So you do notice signs of recent activity. You see some what looks like tracks and what? So you see some tracks. You see like some areas where like things look like they have been scraped. But the tracks just all one for one individual, and they kind of go all around the outskirts of the lair, and you can see like some muddy boot prints that eventually they kind of end as they go towards the cave, and you just see a lot of different things like that. You don't see, other than you also see areas where it looks like maybe a large creature had come down, but you don't see any like scales or anything like that.
I roll a survival check and I try to determine more from those tracks and blueprints as to the nature of the humanoid that may have been walking around.
Yes.
Can I help him so he gets advantage?
Yes. You believe that it is a smaller humanoid?
Did they seem to be scurrying footsteps?
Mayhaps.
Do they match Boot's foot size?
They look like they're wearing boots. Boots.
If you were to ask Boot to stand next to one of the boots, they would match, or boot prints, they would match perfectly.
I guess that tracks.
Yep.
Though. No pun intended.
All right, so Boot, you've been here before. What have you
Yes.
discovered?
But I discovered that this was clearly the lair. There were scales, and it just doesn't look like she's been here.
Sorry, I was answering a work text. So Ye's Professor Orb says this is not the lair, right? Because it wouldn't
Not
abandon
anymore.
it. Yeah, it
Not
wouldn't.
anymore.
Okay.
And Boot has been here before already.
Yes, which we knew. Yeah.
Do we have any idea what the dragon was doing while here?
So you cut out at the end.
Apparently shedding.
Yeah, right. Throwing its summer coat.
Should
No, I was
try to
asking, do we know what
investigate
the dragon was doing here? Or while it was looking?
No.
So, inside the lair is very interesting. There's an altar, and it looks like a place where people could bring offerings to the dragon.
Okay.
What's very strange is normally dragon hordes have, well, hoards, treasure. And there's nothing down there that would indicate treasure.
I feel like this is just like, if you're super famous, you don't give people your address. You have like a P.O. box. This is like the Dragon P.O. box, right? Like, you're not going to give your home address away to a bunch of weirdos like the ones back in town.
I want to go check out the altar. I want to.
Yes.
I'm
See
going to
what
continue
yes,
to
yes.
I'm going to continue to mock Boot for a while on how dumb he is.
Well, my understanding is, while dragons hoard treasure, it's not just treasure. They find something to hoard, and that could include followers.
Also, can we pick up all the dragon scales in the ground since they're worth, bajillions of
none.
gold?
They're all
Boot,
gone.
Oh,
Boot took them all.
they were
Boot took them all.
All right, I assassinate Boot so I can have his bag of holding.
If you do kill
Buddy,
him,
can I help
all
you?
of his infusions go away.
Well, this it just spills out onto the ground. So
Yeah, I don't understand.
it's the same thing.
So you're saying I don't even have to tip the bag over? Like, I don't kill Boot.
Okay, you're gonna try one of
That's-
these days, and it's gonna be funny.
Everyone we interact with that I want to kill is a level 20 something. I understand.
Let's see the inside.
In before Boot is the green dragon.
So you guys go inside, and the cave. I mean, it's a huge opening for a cave. I mean, it is the size of what you would expect in ancient. 1 second.
Breaking at Josh's house.
I thought I heard a siren.
A what?
A siren,
Oh,
which is very confusing because I'm not in
tornadoes?
New York anymore.
You're not out at sea.
oh, I thought you meant like a tornado siren.
That's what I was checking to see if that's what it was. And
Yeah.
Also, I
um,
was peeing Chris, but thank you. That got a chuckle as I was peeing.
We had a tornado in Connecticut. It happens.
tornadoes do happen. All right. So the entry of this cave looks big enough that it could easily house have a ancient dragon go in and out. And as you go in, the sunlight does protrude enough light into the initial area, and you can see that off to the side is, as we described, an altar that looks like it was crafted some time ago. And at this altar, you can see old different foodstuffs and really nothing of value, but you can see things that had been placed there. Some actually fairly recently, although not within the past couple days.
The ones that were there, okay, so there's offerings that are just as they were left, right? Like they weren't picked apart or anything. Okay, perfect.
Yep.
Right. So
Are there any religious symbols or anything?
The only symbol that you can see is what the altar seems to itself be made out of wood, and the top of it has a dragon head carved into it.
What's Professor tell us about that?
I don't know, Professor. Have you ever seen something like this before?
is there a limit to how many times you can use this thing?
Nope.
Wow.
It's entirely based on the roll, and I crit fail, so you know.
The Professor Orb believes that there are some people that worship dragons in many different ways, and this could be one of them.
We've met
Thanks,
a whole
man.
bunch of them assholes already.
So let's just try a straight up religion roll and see if that gets us any farther.
Professor Orb or
Plus-
PhD candidate Orb?
Nope.
You
Okay.
believe that there are many people that worship many things, and dragons could be one of those things.
Oh my god. I'm sitting on the ground outside the temple with a beer.
I'm gonna go get a drink that's not seltzer, and maybe inspiration will strike me.
You know what? I mean, I don't think it's going to do anything, but since we're here, I'll spend 10 minutes and I'll ritual cast Detect Magic.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna ask Boot. Boot, do you know of any other swamp villages or anything like that where there's more lizard people outside of this one?
Swamp
Maybe a
Village?
bigger one?
How are you gonna call their home a swamp village? So
It's a village and it's in a swamp.
it's a marsh,
I don't know how to be more
it's a,
descriptive.
it's a marsh village at best.
Oh, okay. All right. Well.
There are rumors of other villages that happen to be within the swamps, although this is the one that is most easily traversable, and quite luckily, the only one that is this close to this lair. As a matter of fact, I found this lair by following one of them from the from Shiv.
It's confusing. I know. We all forget. It's fine. Have you ever seen anyone from any of the other villages coming here previously? Or is
I
it just
have
this
not been.
town?
I have not been to any of the other villages.
No, but you've been here. Have you ever been
Yes.
here and someone wandered in from another village, right? They come here to leave
Oh,
offerings.
yes, I see what
Yeah.
you're saying. No, I have not. I have not. And no one has set off any of my traps either.
Traps? Question mark?
They would only alert me if someone was
Just
here. They wouldn't
cans?
hurt anybody.
Yeah, cans and strings. I got you. So from looking at the, I mean, what do they know? Do they leave food? Like, what are they leaving for the dragon?
Well, primarily, it's food, and you see like random like items that look
So-
to be like little crafted like puppets and things like.
Yeah,
what
so
looks like
so,
sentimental
so let's
value.
focus on the food. Like, based on degradation, like how long do we think it's been since the green dragon actually showed up here? Right? You said a couple days since they stopped leaving offerings, but how long has it been since the green? Like, are there things that are completely wasted away to nothingness, or is it a couple weeks?
It's a couple of weeks. I mean, even like the thing that looks like it's the oldest, like still has like insects like alive and well, and you can smell its
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
thought
it
Boot was
hasn't
bad,
been-
and this is actually worse.
It hasn't been months. I got it. And Boot is worse. So yeah, don't try to lie to us.
Yeah, is Detect Magic giving me anything?
You're getting a lot of stuff from Boot, but like not anything helpful.
All right, this is a fucking waste of time. Let's go back to town. Oh wait, I'm outside. I'm sorry.
Is there any other place to look for a different layer?
No, but I think that one. I think one possibility of why the dragon had not come back here, and you'll have to bear with me because this sounds very foolish. I think that one of the lizard folk may in fact be the dragon.
No shit,
No, that
Boot.
makes perfect sense.
Yeah, no
Would it be
shit.
Would it be the shaman?
Welcome to 6 months ago for us. Yeah, no, we're good.
Well,
The missing shaman. So
How much do we know about
shaman's
Fs?
not, the shaman's not. The shaman's not missing, right? Because
No, there's
the
2 shamans.
Guys-
One's missing and
there's
one's not.
there's the leader who is a shaman, and then there's like other shaman.
oh, gotcha. All right.
Sounds like it's time
It's
to go
the
talk to
leader.
the other shaman. No, guys, it's
Sounds-
Boots. Josh is misleading you. You always fall for it. It's fucking Boots. Boots is the green dragon.
That is exactly what my thought was, though. I believe it is her. I think she was with the townsfolk, and for whatever reason decided to leave.
Is it because they suck? Is that possible?
Uh,
And she's like, this town sucks. I'm gonna find a new one.
Well, if the legends are true, she's been here for thousands of years, so I don't think that there would just be a random day that she decided that she wanted to leave unless something important happened.
Boots Okay, first of all, Boots, nothing breaks until it's broken. Okay, right? You're not gone until you leave. So a slow degradation over time will culminate in an event, even if that event takes very long to get to. She can't partially leave, she just absorbs until she has to leave. That could happen on a random Tuesday in the year whatever we were in, right? Like nothing's broken until it breaks. That's a fallacy to think of it that way. Just because she's been here doesn't mean she can't leave, and just because it was abrupt means that it was not true. It was abrupt because she can't partially leave. She has to just leave. Okay, well I'm done now. I'm gonna go back
I just
outside.
like I like staring at Barley like a weird look. I'm like, who are you?
Okay,
How many things have you broken in your life? You said break a lot.
I quite a few.
Recounting beer bottles.
Look, I throw this beer bottle and I shoot it out of the air. Okay, who does that alert? I mean,
The shot
just-
spotter goes off.
Boo, when did you find this lair? Not lair, temple. Oh, think about all the
10
times
days
you've
ago.
given us. Okay, I was gonna say, go back through the time frames you've given us.
10
And,
days ago.
and when did the leader disappear? Did we
3
determine
days
that?
ago.
But from looking at the food here, it seems like she stopped coming to this temple long before, right? Long
Well,
before she
so-
Well,
disappeared.
she could have also just not partook in the
She-
offerings.
I think that she stays in, or at least previously, stayed in the town and only made her appearances here in order to make sure that her followers still believed in her, right?
So that's
Knew
awkward. So
that the dragon was around.
she would show up every couple of weeks just to clear rotting food out of her temple. That sounds.
Oh
That
yeah,
sounds
it's checking the
lovely.
PO box.
Yeah, you know
check-
what? You know what? The analogy still holds all the way through.
How often do you go
Um,
check your PO box?
I don't have one. I'm not famous.
Not with that attitude.
Yeah. I mean, I think that we should go question the other shaman. I mean, I think that's, unless someone's got a better idea, I think that's the only other person with a brain.
The next
So
lot.
speaking from real life, even when I had a PO box because I couldn't trust my roommates at the time to actually grab the mail and with any kind of reliability, and the PO box was across the street from where I worked, I still couldn't be asked to check the mail more than once a week. So, you know,
Man blamed his roommates, and really he was the issue the whole time.
well, I mean, none of us checked the mail, but like, I had stuff I needed to like pay out of, you know.
And you said there's been no offerings in a couple days either? Did I hear you say that properly? Or there's
Yeah, there hasn't been in a couple days. But
But-
also, like, if you look at the
that's-
offerings that have been there, right, you can see that there's
Yeah,
been
it's not like they're
days
coming every
between.
single day. Yeah.
Okay, I guess that was the question, right? Because it'd be weird if they stopped coming to give offerings right when she disappeared, because they don't think those two things have anything to do with each other. But what I'm saying is like they wouldn't draw that correlation immediately, so it's weird. But that makes sense, right? It happens to be the same time frame.
Also, if your god disappears, like you're gonna continue to leave offerings just on the chance that maybe they'll be placated
But
with your continued offerings come back.
They're not leaving offerings, is what I'm saying, right? There has not been an offering in the past couple days, so which coincides with her disappearance, but that could just be a coincidence.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, looking at the offerings that they have, you can tell that like the offerings come between days. It's not every day, so like it could be
So
that
it's just a
offerings are probably.
coincidence. Yeah.
It could just not be Shabbat yet, is what you're saying. Got it.
All right. It's hard for me to pretend
Yeah.
to do puzzles as Barley, so Barley's vote is that we go talk to the shaman.
No,
Will wants to solve the
we
puzzle, but
definitely should.
Barley is not a participant.
And
It doesn't involve drinking beers.
also, it is like turning to nighttime. So the question is, do you guys want to spend the night going back, or do
Yeah,
you...
no,
we
we
sleep in the
want to-
rot. We sleep in the rotten
Yeah.
fruit cave.
Yep, exactly.
I mean, they might be sending people this way too.
And
Wolf watches,
wouldn't that be awkward if we were sleeping in their temple when they showed up?
then we'll just be we'll pretend to be pilgrims. It's fine. We have a lizard folk with us.
I mean, Ed, did we see anything else on the way, or was it just empty marshland all the way through? I mean, is there another choice besides this, or no?
Yeah, there's empty marshland straight here.
Okay,
Was there a Motel
so
6?
we're staying here. Yeah. Did anyone leave the light on for us? Yeah, I mean, I don't care about desecrating their temple. That's fine.
When you guys decide to stay, Boots says, I may have an idea to make sure that we are secure overnight, if you would like.
Yeah, it's
Sure,
what's
called standing guard. Leonid's tiny hut.
Is there some kind of hut?
Is it tiny?
No.
So it's big.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of all the spells that make
Mordekainen's
house.
magnificent mansion.
We just let Boot talk.
I can just create like 5 undeads to protect us.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Boots big bungalow.
I'm going to suggest that we, at the very least, camp outside. So if anything comes, we can see it coming, but it won't be able to see us.
I
Great.
Like that.
That's brilliant.
Sounds good.
Good.
How does it not see us if we're camped outside? Sight works both ways. I think you guys are trusting Boot a little too regularly.
It's Mordenkainen's whatever domain or whatever that adds. Like,
Private sanctum, baby.
Yep, there you go.
So, you guys, you go outside. Boot starts pulling a whole bunch of random shit out of his bag. Yeah, like a table and chairs and shit. And then you see as he pulls out what looks like a snow globe. And as he takes the snow globe, he starts kind of like tinkering with it. And after a little bit, you see as it kind of poofs in, a large barrier appears around all of you.
Nice. I go straight to sleep.
I'm gonna
Still
stay awake.
suggest
I don't trust
you
Boot
watch
at
this.
all.
And then Boot pulls out your telescope, and you see as he begins tinkering away.
You see as he just begins jerking off furiously. Just loves it.
So
Oh my God.
I'm gonna have Pixel do his invisible telepathic patrol thing, and then I'm gonna unroll my sleeping bag and just hit the sack.
That's what Boot's doing too.
Bag.
Gross.
Yes.
All right.
Does Boots not sleep? Is he staying up all night to fiddle?
He'll probably take about half a night's sleep.
Is he an
I'll be
elf?
He's a dwarf.
Mm. Alright,
He'll be okay.
I don't sleep. I'll take the exhaustion level.
Really don't trust Boot, huh?
I really don't. I don't trust you. Barley doesn't trust anyone, and I don't trust you. So, for once, I am in alignment with myself. 2 minds live within me, and they both say don't go to bed.
But Boot's also a gunslinger. I don't understand.
It doesn't. That
Shouldn't
doesn't.
you be friends?
No, that's not how it works. That means I know how dangerous he is. Listen, I'm gonna take the endurance level. How do I add it? Where is it again? Conditions.
Yeah, so we drove to Yonkers this weekend to go to H Mart and found fresh lychee. So I just had some. They taste good. It's way better than the canned stuff, which is like usually soaked in syrup and just tastes like diabetes.
Hey, Roddy.
Yeah.
Can you give me 3 straight D20 rolls, please?
Godspeed. Good,
Alright.
not so good.
And give me 3 more.
mean,
Wow.
that's
mean,
you
3 nat
blew
20s.
so many crits in
What
there.
the fuck?
I sure hope this was worth it.
No, it was. So the theorem that I was going for was it was going to be the best out of the two. So, for the first one, whether he could replicate said item, yes. And the second is to whether he could modify your item. Could modify his item and then yours is also a resounding yes. You now have a telescope that can zoom in, so you have, we'll say, twice the distance.
Awesome. Can it penetrate more? That was kind of what I was going for. Like, can it do more?
Oh, okay.
Oh, after Boots
That
done
was
with
more
it?
important to me than the distance.
It can penetrate twice the amount of whatever,
Okay.
however much it was. Then
After
we'll do
Boots
that
done with it, it can penetrate anything.
Ugh.
However, there is one trade-off. Even if it
Okay.
doesn't actually smell that way, you will forever
It's
smell
got boot stink.
No.
And you have to put your eye on it. Yuck. Oh no.
Oh God.
Not
You know,
worth
like
it.
when you like you smell something, you're like, I know it doesn't smell, but I associate that smell and it won't go away.
Like, I wake up apps like prestidigitation right now.
Forever.
You're like, you give it to F's and you're like, do you smell anything? It's like, no, and you're like, ah.
Just
I make it smell exactly like boot.
All right,
We wanted, right?
we're
tired,
done. We wake up.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, no, nothing happened. I mean, except Boot, did the stuff.
When we wake up, I put my hand on Barley's shoulder. You didn't sleep last night, did you? And I greater restoration his ass and get rid of that fucking exhaustion level.
Hey, thanks, buddy. No, but
And then
I did
tell
drink
my
a whole
pota-
bunch.
I tell my potatoes they were right. And what do you think the likelihood is that we can get a shaman to talk?
I feel like we're gonna
Have
need
you
a game
tried
plan,
speaking
especially since
nature
now
with him?
they're-
I'm talking to the potatoes, not you.
Oh. Sorry.
Shaman like potatoes.
Oh
Shamans eat
God, are
potatoes.
they
I'll feed you.
suggesting
Okay,
that
great.
you feed your potatoes to the shaman? Oh Lord.
Gross.
We're back on a cold streak here for the potatoes. We may need to change up for another like fruit or vegetable soon.
You know what? I mean, it was better than a 1. We're working our way up. And didn't he?
See?
The one.
Oh,
When it doesn't
Holy
mean
shit.
anything.
That's it. He's
So,
done.
so you're saying is we need to bring
He's
the
done for the
mushrooms
rest.
back.
No, also doesn't
You
mean
guys have to
anything.
go all the way back to where Barley buried the mushrooms.
Alpha Gate.
I mean,
We're not that
depend-
far to be honest.
depends on the kind of mushrooms. Like that thing could have just taken root and expanded over everything by now. You go back and just all mushroom people.
Mhm.
You don't know what kind of
Mushroom
fungal infection.
Rhodox.
Oh God.
Mushroom Rhodox.
It's like the Borg, but with
So,
mushrooms.
yeah, someday we're gonna find a community of mushroom people, and they're all gonna look like Rhodoc and talk like Rhodoc and have crossbows
And hate necromancers.
and hate necromancers.
Oh, the irony.
And ostensibly have magic, but
What's the butt? He has magic. He uses magic a
doesn't
bunch.
use it effectively. Listen, I keep a hit list next to my desk, and it has vampire and lich on it because I will have my revenge at some point. And then a third name that you guys don't
Huh.
know.
I wonder what happened to him now that the whole continent's been absorbed.
Oh, we got our kill in the end.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I cross this name off my list? If you'd like to confirm.
Corrupted vampire.
Oh no.
Run with it, Josh.
It's gonna be fun. All right. So, I assume that you guys are gonna head back then for the shaman. I mean, we don't have to go through the platitudes. You guys can take your day to go back.
Okay.
Do we want to discuss the game plan before we? Because this guy's gonna be expecting us now.
That's fine. Oh, sure.
We go and we light them up, and then we take their dragon juice.
I mean, no,
I have the orb.
Here, we're not. Are we here to hurt a shaman or do what? I think we're here to talk, and they're not going to be friendly, I would say. I'd be prepared for that.
Based
Or
on our
want to
current,
share.
I mean, based on our very warm reception so far, no, they probably won't.
I mean, F's could be a worshiper of whoever this thing.
And they may or may not trust me a little bit more, but yes. I thought of that. I went to go worship,
What color is
and
F's?
nothing was there.
Green,
Green.
Green.
Oh,
There you
right.
go.
Why do I keep thinking you're red?
fire.
Yeah, that's probably why.
I mean, I can go
I mean,
in.
I gotta
I can
get-
go in and try to break the ice if you guys like.
No.
Don't let him do that.
Boo! Go fuck yourself. No one cares what you think. We've been doing this for 66 sessions now, and it's worked out this whole goddamn time. 66 adventures.
You let him believe these things? I don't understand.
Believe what thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, they're going to know that you came with me to the Dragon's Lair. I would suggest letting them know that you were there to leave an offering.
Oh, we should have left an
what I was
offering.
thinking.
Damn it.
I mean, we're right outside.
So-
We
Yeah,
only
we-
went out.
yeah, we have
outside
not
the
left
tunnel,
yet.
Right? We could leave something.
Whatchamacallit? Yeah, can I use survival and forward some shit?
I take Alvalor's new telescope and I leave it on the altar.
All right, yeah, you're able to. We'll say you're able to get nice haul of.
With 26, you find things that don't even like grow in this biome. Like
You find some raccoons.
they're just amazing swimming raccoons, right? Like just
Remember, you guys found a clearing that was like started turning rocky.
Mhm.
Also, is this a country god? We're gonna leave raccoon for it, like fresh raccoon meat sitting on the altar, like.
Yes.
Whatever God says I found with my 26 that would be a good offering is what we.
All right. I also leave
You
1,000
carve
gold.
something. You make something. You're a leather worker
I could.
with raccoon skin. Ooh.
I make another raccoon stuffed. It's an emotional support raccoon.
Oh God. Also, you can't just
And he's eating the raccoon.
like isn't there like a whole process here that you have to like tan the skin? Like
Yeah, I was gonna say,
you
we
can't
don't
just
have
take
untanned
raw.
leather.
You can't take raw raccoon skin and like make something from it. Like,
No, he can't. It's funnier that way 'cause it's gonna
Okay.
rot.
he leaves a bloody raccoon skin full of raccoon meat. So could have just left the raccoon there, but he remakes
No,
it.
no, no. I took all that out. I taxidermied it.
He had 2 raccoons, and he took the guts from this one and put it in this one, and the guts from this one and put it in this one. It's incredible, and we're all in awe.
So I got the idea because Nicole got a pattern to knit an emotional support chicken.
Perfect.
And it's basically a knitted chicken. That's an emotional support chicken. Don't even ask me. She's so excited.
It's exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah.
hmm
All right, we
is.
leave double raccoon, and we go to town.
All right. You go to town, and as you enter through the gate, you can tell that while you are obviously still welcome, all eyes are on you.
I love that.
That's a Tupac song.
Hail and well met, friends. I make uncomfortable eye contact again with each person that we pass. I will literally hold eye contact until they break it.
You guys going straight to the inn? It is nightfall, or what are you
Let's go
doing?
to the inn. Because that's the only
Yeah,
place I
well-
can talk to somebody. Try to figure out
Alright.
where.
It's also just a generally good place to regroup.
You go to the inn, and as you walk in, one of the workers go, "Oh, you're back."
Try not to be so excited. I'm gonna leave such a
Hi.
review on Yelp.
6 rooms, is it?
It is. We're a little tired after making our offering.
Rooms are still available.
This is just a worker, right? Like, not. The...
Yeah.
Okay.
Friend, are you feeling all right? You seem a little down.
She kind of looks at you and gives a almost kind of like a glare and says, "I'm fine. Your rooms are available. Kitchen's still open."
Well, I thank you. You're most kind. And I try give her like my most cheery facial expression I can muster.
Guys, who cares what these people think? I walk to the bar. We're not here to make friends. We're here to go question a shaman. Like.
Exactly, but there's no shaman at the bar, so I was going to ask this chick where there was one.
Okay. Well, she doesn't have a name. Ask the bartender.
We must win hearts and minds.
Oh god. All right, question this random person.
I ask you for a bit of information.
You got the bartender?
Sure, anyone.
So you go there and Barley sits down and he immediately hands 3 bottles over to Barley because he knows.
Nice. See, we're still friends.
Listen, you gave him 20 gold.
I hand him 10 gold. Why we have an exchange
I
right
don't
now.
know where you're handing him this gold.
I have gold. Stop.
And he looks at you and he says,
Oh fuck.
"And
Oh, I had 33
you?"
gold. Now I'm down to 3.
would you like a drink?"
I'm sorry. Yes.
He goes under the bar and he pulls up a nice bottle. He pops the cork and he pours it into a glass. And he goes, "It's a little warm, but you'll like it."
Take a sip. So, I went up to make an offering recently.
He does not say anything and he just looks at you.
In the morning. I would like to speak to a shaman if I can.
They're busy
I understand that.
dealing with some issues.
We've heard of the unfortunate disappearance of someone.
We know you heard. We heard you talking about it.
Mm-hmm. Well, perhaps some of our stature can actually help locate, but we have no other information to go off of. That's why I wanted to speak to a shaman about it. Seems like
towards the
several
main
events.
head towards the main
Go
hall.
ahead.
Whether they'll speak with you is another issue, but it is Sogurth who is currently trying to find out what happened to Deortha. And currently, a certain somebody that you're traveling with may be the prime suspect.
I point at myself. Like, me?
I think,
I didn't do anything.
I think they mean boot.
I know.
Oh yeah, that guy sucks.
I can understand that he's actually harmless.
Excuse me.
You
Sorry.
don't know that.
I don't, but
been
I got to go off
poking
it right now.
around here, asking lots of questions,
He's
and
the inquisitive type.
poking around a certain place where an offering was made.
Mm-hmm.
This has got to be the only religion that is like, don't worship my god. Every other religion is like, please worship my god too. And this is the only one that's like, no, it's just for us. Like, doesn't it benefit your god to have lots of people leaving offerings?
If he was leaving offerings, this
Yeah.
might not be an issue.
Gonna say he's
He
not.
was
More the
taking
filtering of the site.
He was offering traps. He left traps as an offering. It's his own weird way
Well,
of
he
doing
took
it.
scale.
Listen,
he
I don't
came
trust Boots at all,
wanting
so I agree
to
with this
take-
dude.
He came wanting to take scales and parts of the dragon for his own.
Perversions. I agree.
Machinations.
Yep, no, that's what he does. That's how he lives and what he does. I don't think he's here to kidnap or hurt anybody, and I doubt he'd still be walking around town had he. He's not stupid.
I give a
Well-
knowing look to the bartender.
I look at Barley, I'm like, they're stupid.
I don't understand. What does that mean?
And did you come here seeking the dragon?
We came
think it was
because we
more of
heard there
a-
was one.
From where?
Ildar? I can't. Where it came from.
Bahamut? I think Bahamut told us. Do you know Bahamut?
Oh, God.
It might be
No.
Bahamut. It depends on which game you're playing. You don't know Bahamut?
No.
No,
Oh, that's weird. Okay.
Who is Bahamut?
Oh, he's the king of dragons. Lord. Kid, emperor. God of other dragons, I think.
Don't mind my friend. He's
You've
had one too
only
many.
had 3.
No, what? You guys don't know about. Now I'm looking at my party like, what the fuck, guys? Listen, the one thing I've learned is everyone's got a boss. Okay, everyone's got a boss. Right, they answer to someone.
This is where you start talking about rats and really just.
Yeah. Do you guys have any rats in this city? Would you say you see the rats? Are the rats exceptional? Like, would you say that they're above average intelligence-wise, but only occasionally?
from where we actually come from, you wouldn't believe me if I told you. But
Fair enough.
we're here to stop great evils and degradations in this world.
So, you heard there was a dragon. And what was your intentions with the dragon?
To leave an offering and ask her for help.
Locate it so we could get help in our quest.
So you wanted to ask her for help?
We wanted help from the dragon, guys.
Listen, motherfucker, I got a plus 12 deception. I'll roll that dice.
No, I mean this is I'm willing to say that everything you are saying sounds straight as an arrow.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna ask for help in one way or another.
When you're in the car business, you choose your
Man,
words very carefully.
I never get.
Yeah.
I have a
Your
plus 12
words are the most
deception.
important
I
thing.
never get to roll deception. I have all these points in lying.
Listen, if you want to choose the words that you want to roll deception, more than
No,
welcome
it's
to,
fine
buddy.
if I don't need to. I'm just saying. I have this great skill I never get to use.
I'm choosing
'Cause
not to,
everyone
I'm
just-
choosing
Well,
not
mine
to
either.
deceive currently.
Everyone just assumes I'm an idiot, so they don't bother talking to me.
The downside of me as a player, right, was always trying to rules lawyer and come up with the perfect wording. Unfortunately, that backfires for me here too.
Eventually it may, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is a more simple conversation, so it's not.
Oh yeah, no, it's fine. It's not a big deal.
That's what we're about.
Well, I think a certain dwarf may have told you that the dragon has not been here for some time.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, do we know the dragon's name?
This one, I don't think we know the name yet.
No.
We do not.
Okay.
It seems so rude that we keep calling it the dragon. Perhaps if we had a more intimate means of referring to our
God,
friend.
you and Boots both, man. I can't.
Well, it doesn't help. It doesn't hurt to have to engage in friendly relations if we're trying to negotiate, right?
Probably Daorth. It's probably its name.
We do not know the name of our revered dragon.
So how do you pray to your
We leave
person?
You don't
offerings.
pray.
We leave offerings in hope that if anything bad were to happen, that she would intervene.
Has she?
Nothing bad has happened.
I
I mean,
mean,
that's,
You want to
that's
test
dis-
it out?
that's
is
disproving
that
the negative.
is that relative? Like, I mean, on the grand scheme, something bad has happened, right? Maybe there's not been a catastrophic event, but like a neighbor set something on fire, right? A house burned. Like, nothing bad has ever happened.
What we mean is we have been left to our own devices, free from the outside world or any invasions.
And you made this beautiful city, and we love it here so much.
So, go to the main hall. Ask for
Now?
Sogurth.
Or in the
and
morning
see
or
if-
now?
Huh?
In the morning or now?
In the morning.
Oh, okay. See if he'll.
And see if you can seek an audience.
I mean, are you willing to tell us anything about your leader's disappearance, or like we can start cracking? I don't sleep. We can start cracking those clues right now.
I know nothing other than
You know
she has
rumor?
disappeared.
No, you know this whole city is aflutter with rumors. You can tell us what you've heard. You're a bartender. You've heard every rumor.
Roll perception.
He's not really
Not
a bar.
perception.
He's
I'm
not
sorry,
really
not
a bartender. God.
Fucking.
He's the dragon.
Everyone
what
is the
what am I
dragon.
looking
Persuasion?
for?
Persuasion.
Persuasion. Thank you. I knew it was P.
17.
The current rumor, the last thing I heard was, we believe that she may have been kidnapped.
Who
Dragon?
from? Who is someone within town? Like, who would have the motivation to kidnap your leader? Right? You just said you've been left alone.
I think I told
Celestial,
you
a
earlier,
Leonin.
our prime suspect.
Okay, but
That little guy?
yeah, hold on. I'm gonna. Does she just wander around blindfolded all day, or like by herself in the middle of the woods, like or the marsh? Like, he can't. He couldn't have done a caper like that by himself. Also, why do you believe? Outside of the fact that he's a weirdo, why do you believe that?
Because my understanding is that she went to make an offering and was followed by him.
Gotcha. Okay. So why don't you
How
guys
long ago was
just?
this?
Why haven't you guys just, like, done some mob justice?
We
For
decided
two
right here.
reasons. Number one, he hails from Malaysia.
I don't know what that means.
If the dragon really is gone, we would not have anyone to protect us from the technologies that they would bring. But number two, he has not tried to leave. Which means if he did take her, she cannot be far. We are searching.
Does Legia go by Zynar? Have you ever heard the word Zynar?
I totally got two things mixed up. He is from Xynon, not
Okay,
My
perfect. Yeah, got you. Okay, I thought this
My
was just
bad.
like this Mud Towns version of Zynar. I
My
got you.
bad.
Okay, yeah.
Towns can have different names. They could have like historical.
That's what
names.
I'm saying. Yeah, like
Many-
he's from some futuristic city, Elegia. We know it is Zynar. That makes perfect sense.
He's a bank ninja. He's a bank ninja. Watch out for him now. No, I don't trust him.
Hi, Panda.
He's not clever enough to be a bank ninja. They'll come in the night with knives and dark cloaks, and we'll never even see them coming. We'll just all be dead.
I mean, he came in the day, offered us a bunch of potions that some of us just downed without even
Yeah.
thinking about it.
I want to play D&D like Roddy next time. I'm gonna sit on my couch with my camera pointed at me, and just like, all
Just
right,
the ultimate relax version.
yeah.
I honestly, I kind of hate this right now. I'm in here because of my dogs.
You're not. Yeah, it's very different than sitting in the chair in front of the computer.
Yeah.
All right.
Roddy's like, thank God we're not doing combat.
I mean, he's got his knife throw button. It's fine. It's a hotkey. 1, 1, 1, 2. It's like being a rogue.
Yeah.
All right. I guess let's progress unless someone else wants to. I think we got all we can get out of this guy.
We need to go to sleep and go find Shonuff.
All right, we do that.
Where's the town hall?
Middle.
Rooms are upstairs.
Or is
I'm
it this
assuming?
one? No.
Yes.
Can I see it from my room?
Yes.
I mean, now you
I use
can
my
with your
brand-
extended
my
range.
Can I use my brandy new telescope?
Oh no, I offered it to the dragon. I'm sorry, it's still on the altar.
I gotta look for it. I'm like, oh shit. I pull it out. I notice you use a green scale for one of the lenses. Gotta hide it now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to point it at the town hall and try to see if I can see in.
Can you read me the effects of the telescope? There's something that I need to know.
Sees everything and no downside. End statement.
Aside from bad smell.
A bad smell is on there. Yeah, it's got tags now.
that's-
Bad smell
that's
tag.
That's punishment enough, right?
It's got the long tag. It's got bad
All
smell.
right. Copper and gold spyglass. Can I just link this?
I don't think he's at his computer.
I am not in my computer.
Copper and gold spyglass is clear image space. Blah, blah, blah. That's just describing it. Okay, I've granted advantage to perception checks made at a distance of a quarter mile away or greater. Range of your vision is still limited by darkness. Weather and terrain is normal. In addition, twice per day, if the user remains in place for at least 5 minutes beforehand, they can see up to 60 feet beyond the first obstruction in front of them. So, this effect lasts for 10 minutes each time. The device can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, and 3 feet of wood.
So
Are we doubling all those values? What's that?
Not to be this guy, but it seems like the range in your telescope is 60 feet.
60 feet beyond the first obstruction.
Oh, okay, I got you. Okay.
What does it say about? It says it sees through lead, stone, all that crap.
Yep.
Man, do you guys notice that all the NPCs in this inn are pooping right now? Like,
So when you get yourself set up, we'll say that you're able to, get out of a window to look directly at it, so that there's not really any obstructions. When you go to look at the main hall, everything is obfuscated in black. You cannot actually see into it.
ooh.
Wow. They do Arcana. Fuck that.
Use investigation.
I mean, we'll
Just
say that any
investigation.
reasonable person looking, right? You're sitting here looking, and you're like, I can see, and you're like, black. Must be magic.
Yeah. I guess I was trying to ascertain what kind of magic, but
Is it possible it's just really dark in there? Like they turned all the lights off, like it's closed. Like
right.
it's also nighttime.
So.
Yeah, can I do an Arcana roll to kind of ascertain what it is? Like if I know what kind of spell would do that.
You can do an Arcana roll. You can do an Arcana roll. It's gonna be very difficult though, because you're so far away. But you can do it. You might know. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you don't know.
Okay.
But
Wah,
you do know it's magical. But like I said, anyone to be like, huh, magic.
I think I'll kind of leave it where it is, and I'm gonna go tap Dorian.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, would you mind coming looking at this this here spyglass and telling me what you see?
Sure. And I do it.
And you see
the same thing. You look and you
see
see,
two
I can
people-
see here, I can see here, and
you see two people fucking,
What?
and Avalar's like,
And-
"Look at
and
that!
you
Can
also-
you believe it?"
You also
I was
smell
trying-
boot.
oh yeah, no, he doesn't. Only
Only me. So wait, I've been cursed. This is a curse item, is what you're telling me.
no, because what it is, right? It's not. It doesn't actually have the smell. It's just that psychologically
always think it,
associate this with boot now, so you're
It's a
always
mental
gonna smell
impression.
boot.
It's gonna be any spyglass I look through too. It's from now on. Yeah, I just want to see if you can get a better Arcana roll. So
I got a really shitty Arcana roll. Does that count?
You know it's magic.
You should have come got me. I could have figured it out for you.
oh, I didn't know. I just assumed Dorian had the higher.
I'm sure he does, but he's bad
yes,
at rolling.
but Yes, but.
Oh
My-
yeah, I see.
My +1.
Good lord.
All right. Well,
Nope, that's worse.
I feel
there's just like
vindicated.
10 of us standing in the room.
You think
following
it's
this.
just dark. You don't have dark vision anyway, so you look through this telescope and see nothing anyway.
I have advantage.
You're like, it's broken.
I have advantage in Arcana checks if I'm hunting something. Am I hunting something in that room? I believe that I am a shaman.
It's not. It does not matter.
Oh wait, do I? Oh wait. All right. Well, I have to keep an eye out for whatever that is when we get to Town Hall tomorrow, I guess. Appreciate it.
We tried.
Failed is the word
Right,
actually you're looking for.
And not so.
An effort was
they,
made.
they have a word for trying and not succeeding.
When you try your best and you don't succeed. All right. So you guys going to bed? You do anything else? Is Barley staying up and trying to do sneaky stuff like he normally does?
I'm considering it, but I feel like we tapped the bartender for everything he knows. Yeah,
I'm waiting for you to stay up and like harass Boot or something.
well, I usually do that via Discord. You can't just ask me if I'm staying awake to do sneaky stuff. It's really not how I roll.
You know what? That's fair. I apologize. All right, everyone.
It's not very
Bedtime.
sneaky.
And we do it.
Alright, I sneak out of my room to go find Boots.
There we go.
Well, I mean, you know where his room is because it's
Yeah,
same road.
I didn't say it was challenging. I just say I'd do it.
It's
Okay.
right
Follow-
next door to your
I
house.
follow my nose.
Yeah, I know. There's literally like a cartoon smelly thing coming out the door.
Freak loud. Just
All right. So you see where his door is. What do you do?
I knock.
That's so polite.
Yeah, I'm a polite guy.
About what time is it that you're doing this?
Does it matter? I mean, 2 a.m.
Okay. You knock, and you hear, "Hello."
Hail and well met, Boot. I got something to talk to you about. This is like through the door, right?
You hear some like things moving and
Oh God, whatever weird stuff he was up to in there. Oh Lord.
and you see the door opens. The door opens, and inside you see what seems to be a lot of fucking like different alchemical reagents. You see like a bunch of different beakers and different flames and just a lot of stuff going on in there. And he goes, "Come in, come in."
I go in. That's better than I expected.
And then he shuts the door.
Put this harness and ball gag on.
Jesus.
Gross.
Are we together or is it just Barley?
No, it's just me.
Barley.
Just Barley. We're sleeping.
I mean, I only sleep for 4 hours, so.
He turns to his desk, and he holds up a little flask, and he goes, "Take this."
Well, sure. What is it?
I
I just drink it. I mean, it's barley. Like, let's be honest.
Barley has
Barley
dark
has
vision for the next
19
hour.
strength.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, did we ever?
Yeah, no,
Yo,
we
did
never
we resolve
qualified
the strength
that.
potion?
Yeah, we have not yet. It has not relevant until my next level up, but
Yeah, we can discuss that later. Just remember that you have that thing.
I do. Yeah.
You have dark vision for the next hour.
Oh, that's thank you.
Well, what does it do?
I can. I mean, would I know that I have dark? Like, isn't it not dark in here? Like,
Well, so I mean, you would know that
Out the
you can
window?
see like through like the
I
shadow
can
areas
see
better than
slightly
you could.
better than I could before. Yeah, no, the shadows are gone. It made my eyesight better.
Good. Now this one's temporary, but I think I might be able to find a way to make it more permanent.
Okay, interesting. So, that's fun. Here, you drink this one, and I hand him a potion.
What potion are you giving him?
I have skills. I drank mine without asking any questions. No, it's good. Just drink it.
No, it's good.
Like the permanent
Just
deafening
drink it.
potion.
I'm 1, 2, 3. I'm 7 classes. I can make potions.
What'd you give him?
Did he drink it?
No, he rolled his investigation check.
No. I made him a mutagen potion, so he would get potion of celerity, so he would increase his dexterity, but have disadvantage on wisdom saving throws.
You know what? I don't think he would actually know that even with the investigation, because I think
Oh,
he would
this
know
is-
that it's mutagen, but not
yeah.
specifically what
No,
the
this
effects
is
are.
this is a blood hunter thing, so not a artificer thing. I'm a little bit of an artificer myself.
He's gonna drink it.
Yeah,
He's gonna
fuck yeah,
be
buddy. Cheers.
He looks at it. He starts inspecting it. He sniffs it and he goes, "Interesting."
This isn't like a trick either. Like, I just you give me a
Yeah,
potion,
no,
I'm gonna
that's
give
fair.
one back. It's fine.
Well, it's more of the his nature is to
Investigate,
investigate. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
he's gonna take a sip.
his dex goes up by 3, but he has disadvantage on wisdom saving throws. Yeah.
He already sucks at wisdom. Great.
Perfect.
For
So
how long?
if we need to
How
take advantage of this, 24 hours. So if we need to take advantage of that in the future,
Roofie,
we got it. Literally roofied him, yeah. Oh no, I just I'm a little bit of an artificer myself, so I thought I'd come just check out the shop here. What you cooking on your beakers here besides this night vision potion?
Lots of things, fun things, but lots of things.
I feel like we got off on the wrong foot. So I was up, of course, and drinking heavily. So I thought I'd come say hi.
You know, as one does. What can I do for you? What are you looking for? What would you like from?
So I'm gonna cut to the chase. So there's been a lot of accusations about you kidnapping the shaman. So I just
That's
wanted to have
preposterous.
I'm on your team. Team Boot. No, we're good.
Use that deception roll.
Boot just does not believe you. You can try all you want. You could be telling the truth. He doesn't believe you, but he does not believe you.
That's rude as fuck. Also, is not how D&D works, but that's fine.
What do you mean?
I can't roll to convince him.
You
Otherwise,
can roll to convince him, even if you are telling the truth. He's just not going to believe you.
Okay, he's
You
just
can-
that kind of person.
right.
Yeah. No, just I'm.
Based off of your interactions.
I want to clear the air. Then can you? I mean, they're saying that she went to the temple where we were at, and that you were there,
Yes.
and now she's missing. So did you see something? Like I'm not here to impugn Boot. I'm here to figure out what the fuck happened. I'd like to get on to the next adventure. Like, let's knock this baby out the park.
What I saw was her
Mhm.
go to the altar. She cleaned the altar of all the offerings, and then she went back.
And walk back to town?
Yes.
Huh.
Hmm.
Interesting.
So maybe the dragon has been gone for a much longer time than we have thought, and she's just maintaining the status quo.
I think she is the dragon.
Are you responding to someone that's not here?
Yeah, sorry.
I think maybe the dragon's been gone longer than we thought, and she's just cleaning the altar to keep the masquerade up. I don't. That doesn't follow that she'd be the dragon, right? Also, who could kidnap an ancient dragon?
I don't think she was kidnapped. I think she left. I just don't know why.
Went out for some cigarettes and never came back.
Well, it sounds
My
like
question to you is, you knew there was a dragon here. How? How did you know?
I told you Bahamut. No, I didn't tell you. I didn't tell you. I told someone else that same thing.
Tell me what you told them.
Bahamut told me. Yeah, we were chilling. Yeah, no, and I think me and Pritos, RIP, went and we got lured aside, and he told us that there was a dragon here. Is that true? I think that's true, right? That's how we.
You
That's
guys
how.
all got visions of different
All
dragons.
right, but we don't.
from
Not from.
Bahamut.
But from Bahamut. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Yeah. No, Bahamut gave us. Yeah, he told us where all the dragons were.
All of the dragons? What other dragons?
Yeah. Though there's a.
Oh.
It's
Different
fucking.
colors.
It's fucking boo. I mean, also there's other dragons in the world, right? That's probably not a secret. Like other
no,
people.
we're just gonna find them on every adventure now.
Yeah, other people know.
It's gonna be in every layer.
But no, other people know about the dragons, and right,
Yeah.
this is not a secret. Yeah. No, there's a white dragon, and there was a black dragon, and there's a red dragon. And...
Whoa. Was a black dragon.
Yeah, no, he passed of natural causes. It was very
Where
sad.
was this black dragon?
It was a stinky swamp.
I think it was in Zynar.
No, there was no black dragon in Zynar.
How would you know there was no black dragon in Zynar?
Because that's where the white dragon is. You already know that. You just told me that you saw the white dragon.
But hold on, I didn't say I saw the white dragon in Zynar. Maybe they moved. We've already determined that dragons move all over the place. Why are you so interested in dragons? Why don't you give me something for all these questions? Why are you so interested in dragons?
Hear me out.
I'm literally came here to hear you out. I came here to give you your chance.
When did the black dragon die? Was it recent?
Yes, fairly recent. I guess that would. I mean, recent means a lot of things to a lot of people. So,
Was it within the past couple of weeks?
Team. That's a yes,
Yes.
right? Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have no idea how long it took to get here.
Dude, it's gonna turn out the fucking dragon is right where we were, where we wanted to investigate, but we decided to skip.
Where was this dragon? Do you think that this could be a... Why did Bahamut tell you about these different dragons?
To stop the plague. He said, "Seek the help of the dragons." Right? You know about the plague on the.
This sounds like the opposite of a certain song by a certain kobold.
Yeah,
No,
that
not
guy. That's just a bard song. You believe bard songs over? I mean, a god talked to me.
Now,
Not
no,
a
no,
little
hear me out.
I'm
Listen,
hearing
we're
you
going
out.
to-
Stop
we're going
saying
to put
that.
things together. Now we have a little silly kobold that sings about Tiamat. Yes.
Yeah, unfortunately,
So we've been
yes.
told.
Now, what is the antithesis of Tiamat?
A Bahamut. Yeah, no, we got.
Aha!
Uh huh.
So it seems that there may have been, maybe poorly told to the masses, some truth to his little song regarding the dragons.
Unlikely. 100% unlikely. Nothing he ever said was even remotely true, even once. He was a
Well,
liar
He did sing.
through and through.
Did you have a child named Craig?
I have had several children named Craig.
At least one thing was true then.
No, there was a lot of false things in that song. I don't. Okay, let's move on.
Well, What I'm saying is, he seems to have gotten the facts wrong, but he had the characters correct. Yes.
That's worse.
And that they're dragons. Yeah, I mean the characters being the dragons. Yes.
Okay. He was singing about the calamity and how the consorts of Tiamat were going to save the world. I would suspect that a certain Bahamut, and he kind of looks around and whispers, wants you to kill these consorts. Yes?
No. You know what? I don't know if you ever have you talked. How many gods have you talked to? Have you ever talked to a god? They're not very straightforward. So he didn't really lay it out like that. It was more like go find the dragons, and then you know what? Shit will just work itself out. Was kind of he was very hands off. Let's be honest.
Did you kill the black dragon?
No.
They just sort of died.
I think we
Right.
killed. We
We
really
actually got the
we
final shot?
mostly killed the rider of the. No, I think I got kill stole both times, by the way. So I'm gonna say no
Were
confidently.
you there when it died?
I was there when it died. Yeah, I know. It was messy. Yeah. Honestly, I feel like it had already been dead for a long time. It was kind of like a zombie dragon.
Interesting. Maybe this one left because of the empty land mass. A power struggle, if you...
But why would it
Gotta
leave?
go back.
Why would it leave an empty? Now, yeah, no, I'm not fighting another dragon in that same lair. All right, we already did that job. Anyway, but why would it leave this empty landmass to go to get another empty landmass? Right? There's
Well, there are 5 dragons, yes?
ostensibly, yeah.
Is there another one that is close by to here?
I would need to see the map. I believe there's a blue dragon on an island
blue
not so
dragon.
far away. Yeah. There's no dragons on this map. Someone took them off because he made it all black. And also, let's throw this out there. Was the blue dragon that shitty that it could only control the Misty Strait little island? Because that's a bitch dragon. Yeah, no, 100%. So you think the blue dragon has taken control of the mainland, and the green dragon moved up to take the power vacuum in the Hornar Stern area? That's an interesting theory.
No, I think that all of the dragons may have gone to take over where the black dragon was.
That seems incredibly inefficient.
It seems like a power struggle in a fight.
Yeah,
Yeah, but if
okay,
it,
but
but
I'm
if
gonna-
the dragon's abandoning
Hey,
territory,
hey,
then
you're not.
it makes
No.
You're not here. You're not here.
All right. I'm just sorry. I'm trying to contain my
But
confusion.
it doesn't. I'm gonna tell you why I don't like the black dragon held a territory that no one would want. No
Did
one
we
would
have
want. It was
worshippers?
full of worms and garbage, and no one gives. There's the green dragon had worshippers here, and also it had some cat people that worshipped it, but there was only like 30. Like there wasn't that many. But also, there's if the quest is I'm gonna poke holes here. If the quest is to get worshippers, there are more major cities here than there are up in the middle of fucking nowhere in the desert. Right? Like this landmass is the most populated landmass. Maybe. It's got to be
That's
close.
actually probably true.
Yeah, it's got to be close, right? This is the seat of power for worshippers that doesn't seem to follow. I mean, the green dragon is lording over this town of rednecks, so I won't say that it was really like shooting for the moon here, but I mean, why not Mjorn? Why not Stern? Why not Pern? Why not Sidaris, right? There is like if it really wanted worshippers, there was bigger ones. Thank God you brought this map up.
Well, my understanding from speaking with some of the folks here is there is a fear of those that are around. And while dragons are powerful, their power does have limitations, making themselves too well known in large, powerful cities might just be the destruction that they are trying to avoid.
Yeah, no, they're not that strong. I watched one die.
Well, then suddenly that feel like maybe my hypothesis has more credence, yes?
So you're saying that if I went back to the desert, there'd currently be 4 dragons there. Because we can mop up this whole campaign real quick.
Possibly. Alternatively, if the power balance has shifted, it could be that any of dragons are trying to take the other's territory as well. It could be, as you said, that landmass was so undesirable that one of the weakest was there. Yes?
Yeah, but I believe the black dragon is the second weakest of all dragons, right?
Okay.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So therefore it held a weak landmass. Right?
Yes.
Though that doesn't follow because the white dragon held Zynar, and the white dragon I think is the weakest dragon of the bunch. But it also had cybernetic enhancements, and I'm doing like Barley's like writing on a board, like doing like crappy math or whatever. Like,
Don't worry about those enhancements. Anyway.
oh God. Who did you make the cybernetic enhancements for the white dragon? Because they're fucking awesome.
I told you I don't break things.
So I mean, so and yeah, okay. All right. So you think the green dragon and the blue dragon and the red dragon and the white dragon all potentially went to the desert?
Alternatively, the green dragon, if it didn't think it was desirable, may have used this as an opportunity to seek out another dragon slayer. Now, I don't know why the Misty Strait might be considered desirable, but he could have gone there.
It seems not desirable, but that's
Also,
possible. But if it was
isn't
so
it typical for blue dragons to like deserts? Why is he in the Misty Strait?
I'm the wrong character for that. There's a better character. That's fine. I checked my Professor Orb. Professor Orb.
I'm not
Are you
there.
sure Bahamut knew where these dragons were? They're not.
I mean, I'm sure he did at a moment in time. However, they're living creatures. They're apt to move, right? Like he doesn't. I don't have a correspondence with him as much as I would like to. I tried to become.
That's understandable.
I tried
That's
to become
fair. You know,
best
it's
friends.
understandable. I get
tried
you.
to become best friends, and he wasn't interested. He was very non-committal. Also, I feel like Bahamut could just do this whole job for us, so that's also frustrating.
Gods work in mysterious ways. Half of them
So-
aren't really gods, you know.
No, of course. I mean, any creature with enough power would appear as a god to normal. Of course, no. I'm
Like
well,
a green dragon to lizard
yeah,
folks.
I'm
You
well-
understand.
I'm well aware. Yeah, no. So, Boot, why are you so interested in the dragons?
Oh,
Because he's Bahamut.
Boot, are you Bahamut?
no, but
Because if
come
you
here,
were,
come here.
I wish you would just
No,
take care
come
of this
here.
fucking problem. I don't want to
No, come here.
I don't like that. I don't like to be too close to people. I like a bubble. I'm coming
Oh,
here in.
He goes over to a desk and you see he's got like a whole fucking
He's
mechanism
got
set up.
strings and pegs. Yeah, no.
He's got dragon skills, and you can see that he has crushed some up, and he's distilling them into
He's just
a
snorting
potion.
them. Yeah, no, just
And
rails.
you can see as a dropper is slowly filling a vial up with a very bright green liquid. He goes, because we can make so many great things from them.
Okay, so you're just in it for harvesting for magical items. I got it. Okay, so you're not Bahamut.
No,
Okay. I felt a whisper in the wind that led me to believe that I should clarify that statement.
no, I am an alchemist.
And Bahamut could be an alchemist. It's fine. I'm gonna roll insight.
I'm
that
sure
he's
he
not
could be,
Bahamut.
but
It's a
I'm sure
10,
he
it's
could
fine.
be, but he's too busy. He's too busy telling you where dragons are. Apparently.
Yeah. You know, it would be nice if he would check back in, that motherfucker, and give us an updated map.
But anyway, it would make sense if there is some sort of power struggle why this dragon would leave out of the blue for no reason.
No, I appreciate your pun. So he left. Out of the blue. He left for the blue. No, I got you. Yeah. Okay, so you're saying the blue dragon went to the desert because that's where it likes to hang, and it wanted a hang time there. And then the green dragon's like, I really like this tiny island in the middle of nowhere with no power and no people and no cities, and it
Well,
went there.
the question then,
Maybe it didn't like lizard folk worshiping it all the time and having to clean up fruit that was rotting.
alternatively, there's got to be something of value at this island, yes?
I would imagine if any dragon took a president, I figured he was just odd man out or odd woman out, and he got stuck with the crappiest little island. So
Well,
so
if I were in your position, I would suggest going to either back to the desert or to the Misty Strait. And understanding now that if I am looking for a dragon, I should do the same. Personally, I think I'm going to the Strait.
Got you. Okay, that's very interesting. So what you're saying then is that at the end of the day, you didn't kidnap the shaman. Okay. The time
Like
frame.
I said, I think that the shaman is the dragon.
I
I
know,
think
but
if I'm looking for her, she will be either at the Strait or the desert.
Hey, good night, bud. I feel like it's causation, not correlation, but I'm willing to accept your theory because, I mean, that dragon died like a month ago, and they just left 3 days ago. Were they just having a hangsy? Like, why were they were just waiting?
Well, if the green dragon is the next weakest, it would be pertinent for it to figure out what the other dragons are doing, yes? You don't want to be the first one somewhere. You're likely to be attacked by one of the stronger brethren.
No, I'm the strongest, so I do whatever I want. All right.
Okay.
Okay, so what you're saying is that you're leaving for the Misty Strait.
I will be in the morning, yes, assuming I can get out of here. I can get out of here.
I'm sure you
We'll
could,
run finish juice with
Bahamut. So you're not going to come question the shaman with us?
No, that's not going to help me in any way, shape, or form.
Okay.
I need dragon skills.
Gotcha.
You're going to blame me for her disappearance. You might as well do the same.
I mean, I already did. I walked over here tonight.
No, to them.
Oh, gotcha. No, that's not useful.
It might be. They might give you more information.
Yeah, but I don't think they know what the fuck's going on. So, information from yokels does me no good. So.
For once we agree. For twice we agree. You like guns too.
Yeah, we do that. We take our guns out and we clack them together like we cheers.
We don't do that.
All right. I can't think of anything else to ask him, so I'm sorry, team, if there's something obvious that I'm leaving on the table. But you know what I do? I bid goodbye to Boots. I thank him for the nighttime vision that was to make sure that I can't sleep tonight. And then I walk over and I knock on F's door.
Story time.
As you leave the room and the door shuts, you hear a bunch of rustling and a bunch of like.
God damn, he's
the
gonna
sound
leave.
of things.
Yeah.
Things being taken
I
down.
run to F's and I knock on the door.
I ignore the knock.
God damn it.
I mean, it's probably sleeping, to be honest.
Alright, I open the door and I shake him. I just start blurting out the story of Boots because I need someone smarter than me to go question him in case there's something that I forgot.
All right.
He's already gone. God damn it.
Go over to the room. Knock on the door.
Hello?
Okay, perfect.
Okay. Hey, I heard you could make a dark vision potion that would last forever.
I'll have potions in the morning.
Is it a permanent dark vision potion for me?
I'll have potions in the morning.
Reach the end of the dialogue.
Does it sound recorded?
It sounds like Boot.
Oh, he's doing
Do you
stupid
like
artificer
penis?
tricks. I'll have a potion in the morning.
I
You
open
don't
the
hear
door.
anything else. Door's locked.
I open the door. I look at Barley. I'm like,
I
this is
have,
Avalor's job.
yeah,
Better wake
I
him
have,
up.
I have lockpicks. I'll open the door.
Oh, that's right. You can do this.
I was the pseudo rogue before Avalor showed up. I know how to do some stuff. Hold on, I'm walking back over. There was so much shit. How did he get it all packed up so fast?
In his pseudo bag of holding.
Alright, and I have proficiencies in alchemist supplies, brewer supplies, smith's tools, thieves tools, 3-dragon ante, and tinkerer's tools. So I will roll sleight of hand. This is without expertise, so I get a +5 on that.
Hold.
Uh-huh.
What's your passive perception?
Oh god, I'm gonna blow my hands off. I need my hands, Josh. It's a 16.
Mine's a 25. I'm
Yeah,
standing
I
there.
need
You
my
notice
hands.
that the lock is trapped. Specifically,
Hey, that
it
lock's
is
trapped.
trapped
So-
by magic.
Oh, by magic. Okay.
Alright, I'll cast a spell magic at the 7th level.
Chris is like,
Jesus.
I'm burning spell slots. I'm going back to bed.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, that'll do it.
Alright, I picked the lock. Does my first roll stand, or do I have to roll another one?
Real quick. You have to say words for the spell, right?
It probably has verbal, but let me make sure.
Just whisper them very quietly.
There's verbal and somatic, yes.
So when you start speaking, you hear "Hello, I'll have potions in the morning."
Definitely ignore it.
I roll a 22 to pick the lock.
All right, you pick the lock, and you open the door, and you do see that there's quite a few things that are still there, left behind. Although it looks like it's more of the machinations to make things and none of the resulting things that were made. But Boot is nowhere to be seen.
God damn it, I'm getting my permanent dark vision potion. Son of a bitch. I just leave.
I feel like F's is acting out of character right now. I should have woken up Alvalar. God damn it.
Well, what the fuck you want me to do? I got us in the room. You didn't die. He's gone. Now what? I mean,
Alright, it's
Yeah,
fine.
probably could track him.
No,
What?
we know where he's going.
Oh, fair enough.
It's fine.
I'll
It's
investigation
fine.
roll
No.
with my +0.
No. It's fine. I mean, it mostly just was to see if you can question him more for things that I wasn't thinking of, but a 4.
You look around. Yeah, you see. You think that like it's been ransacked, that maybe he's been kidnapped or something. You don't know what's going on.
So there's just a bunch of like a bunch of leftovers, basically, like the stuff he didn't want to bring with him. So I'm gonna go around and drink all the little bits of potion left at the bottom of every
So he did
flask.
not leave any actual potions.
Damn
What
it.
he left was like some of like
The
like
tools,
burners and like
yeah.
yep.
Gotcha.
The other thing that you, when you go around and you look, you see that there is a little sprawled note that says, in a little stone, and it says, "Call me if you need me."
We needed you right now. You could have just fucking stayed, asshole.
Well, he was more of the he was leaving because you may have told him that they think he's kidnapped the shaman.
He knew that already. Jeez, he suggested, but okay, it's fine.
He suggested what?
No, that they thought it was him, that they didn't trust him.
That they didn't think that they thought he kidnapped her though.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, we pocket the sending stone. I pick it up. Hi, Boo.
You do not hear an answer.
Nah, of course not. Okay.
I like how our sending stones are basically Nokia 3210s.
Yeah. All right, sorry. I was hoping to get some more questions in, but
Is there an answering machine now? Panda.
I go back to my
What?
room.
Like grumpily go back to my room.
All right. And you all sleep.
Huzzah.
And you wake up. And what do you do?
I will update people on what I learned.
We head to the Misty Strait.
You're just skipping the shamans?
I mean, I don't think they're going to give us anything. Well, that's not true.
Do we want to skip or do we want to just
May as
see
well
if
have a
we can get an
conversation.
audience
We're
for shop?
here, yeah. Though, as so many times before, it's going to lead us down a rabbit hole. But
Yeah.
I feel like we'll regret it later if we don't talk to them.
You're playing side quest, the campaign.
We got a cup shuffle game of Dragon.
All
right.
All right, let's go talk to Slowchum, Show Enough.
All right, ready.
Sogirth.
So Gareth.
On the way, right, so F's would not have been the person to talk to, but I am going to talk to Durik and Alvalor on the way there about the Misty Straits, because, right, F's and I have no idea what valuable thing can be on the Misty Straits, but these people, or I guess Durian as well, like, do they know anything about the Misty Straits, what it has, why a dragon would be there, right, like, they live here.
You're asking.
Everyone
I
that's
rolled
not
a si-
F's. Yeah, like they're
I
all
rolled
from
a 16 on
yeah.
history.
They're all from this
Okay.
world, right? They must
Yep.
know things.
Yep. And also
Like-
roll a history check.
Like there must be a reason that a dragon posted up there at all, right?
Well, actually, I'm good at history with this character.
And necromancy, both. You can be good at two
Alright.
things.
I lived for hundreds of years and I knew the history of my people. So.
Yeah.
Actually, specifically, Durik, I'm gonna give you advantage on this one.
Okay. So fancy.
I don't think I'm gonna get higher than an
I was
18.
gonna say
But
18.
actually, that's a net. That's a net 20.
Holy shit!
So.
He knows everything about. They named it. His middle name is Misty Straight. They named it after him.
So you start asking, and Dorian, starts telling you the history that he knows about the Misty Strait. That it's rumored that there was a powerful wizard that had taken up refuge there. And as Dorian starts telling you, Alvalor kind of starts filling in some holes about the time that the wizard was there, and then Durik kind of butts in and says,
You're both wrong.
"No," just kind of says it was a wizard that ended up leaning into the power of necromancy, became a very powerful lich, and ended up utilizing that as a place of power, preventing ships traveling around the Misty Strait entirely, hence the nickname the Misty Strait. Any ships that traveled through there more than likely wrecked onto that island, and more than likely, if there's a dragon that's taking refuge there, it's because of whatever leftover power has been culminated from the existence of this lich thousands of years ago.
I mean, liches don't die. Is it still there?
The rumor is that adventurers had come in and killed it long ago, but nobody knows. However, people have been able to sail through the Misty Strait.
Oh, since then, okay. Also, this is just a weird aside. Like, no big deal. Like, have we ever seen Durik with like a weird vase or like?
Hey,
a
I very
pendant
specifically
or-
destroyed the phylactery. Maybe these fucking dumbass adventurers didn't do that on their own. Maybe
I'm
they
just
didn't know how to kill a lich.
you destroyed another lich's phylactery, and maybe not your own. So I'm just throwing it out there. If we see him carrying a weird you know,
Oh damn, that would be pretty
a
sick.
tiara or like a 17-year-old boy as a Horcrux or like
A locket.
a locket, right? Yeah, a sword, right? Like just
Teacup.
if we see any of those things, like
A journal.
yeah, I think we got all 7. I think we're good. All right, so that makes sense. So this has like the collected value of 1,000 years of shipwrecks. You'd think they would stop sending ships after a while. Like, nope, just piled up every week. Just a new.
The spice must flow, man.
Yeah,
It's like
like-
the equivalent of the Bermuda Triangle, right? It's like enough ships got through that it was worth it, right? You had, the captains who were famous for being able to go through the Misty Strait with no issues. Blah.
That sounds like another campaign I've heard of.
Maybe another campaign that took place 1,000 years before this one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the Bermuda Triangle just has more ships passing through it than any other area. It's fine. Okay, let's not get into it. It's just statistical advantage, but that's fine.
Yeah, but what about the ship that everyone found with everyone missing in all the on the ship?
Oh, statistics. Okay. Anyway,
Are
we
you
walk
talking about
over.
that one episode of the X Files?
Wasn't that?
To be
I
fair,
thought,
it,
I
it
thought
was
that
recorded.
was.
It
I
was
thought
recorded
Iceland.
back in the 1800s, actually, for the Bermuda Triangle. Now, whether it was a true recording is whatever, but they had like the logs of like ships that were found at sea, and someone had found a ship that apparently still had like hot coffee and like food, but all the passengers were missing. Yeah, I went into a huge rabbit hole in high school.
Yeah. Okay. Fun.
Let's talk about the Oak Island money pit now, real quick.
Oh, jeez.
Let's talk about Bigfoot.
All right. So y'all are going to speak with the one of the
Regrettably.
shop.
Yeah, we're walking real slow. Like we don't really want to do it, but
You don't have to. You can leave whenever you want.
nope, it's fine.
I mean,
All
what? I guess the question is, what information do we want now?
I mean, to be fair, what if Boot lied to you or was wrong? Whatever. I saw the inside.
That'd be a really mean thing for God to do, to play something in our path. Okay, yeah, let's go talk to shamans.
I'm saying I saw the insight check. It was a 10, and Will just glossed over like it didn't happen, but I was there. I watched it happen.
I would hope that God is not this mean, but you know.
All right, so you guys head to the main hall, and
do-
as
I do have one quick question. So the white dragon, though, right? Like the white dragon was pretty well set where she right?
oh, did they tell you the whole shtick about the white dragon? Did anyone can explain it explain it to you in character?
We've mentioned it. I don't know if we've like gone.
Yeah,
through the
I
whole
think it's come up.
story.
Yeah. Right.
They explained
So
why they didn't kill it.
I think at this point, at one point, I
We
just
fucked
said
up.
we tell Roddy everything. Like we
Oh,
just
okay.
we lay it out from start to finish. Yeah.
But you know who doesn't know
Durek,
everything?
100%, because I have not said that since then. So how about this? I sit them all down and we have a little powwow on the way. We're like sitting in the street and we tell them everything just to make sure everyone's on the same page. Every note, I read Chris's Google Doc to them, and I'm like, here is the adventure in our world. Here is the adventure in this world. Here is where Rodok, murdered a guy for no reason. Right?
There was a reason.
But so I guess my question is that the white dragon was pretty well established where she was, right? She had followers. She had like
she
the
had
whole thing going
like
on.
3 levels of
Yeah.
supporters. Yeah.
Yeah. But there were a lot of people that did not know of her existence. She was like a secret leader of the city.
She was the secret government, but not
And
the
so
secret government, which was rats.
And then the red dragon's got its whole nomadic
Followers. Yeah.
followers.
They all have followers. Yeah.
So then
Mhm.
we're pretty much looking at the green, the green, the blue. What else is left?
You still have to kill the white dragon, actually.
I know
We have
that,
to go
but
back and kill it.
I'm trying to figure, because I feel like as far as dragons shuffling because the spot in the desert opened up, some of that doesn't.
To me, it's just the blue and the green, right? The blue goes to the
Yeah.
desert because that's its home, right? The
Right.
green
Yep.
dips, and maybe the red comes back to Milnar because it was chilling in Mjorn before, right? Like
Yeah.
And Latherton South is a wasteland of disease. So maybe the red comes
Right.
back to take over this area. Maybe that's why the green dipped too, because it knew the red was going to come back. Like it played the cards or whatever. Like.
Yeah, that tracks.
But
Okay.
I don't think the white leaves Zynar, because that's like
Yeah.
that's a chill hang, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna coach seat.
Especially when Boots making fucking cybernetic armor for
Yeah.
it. Oof.
So I feel like we just rotated, right? Blue went to black, red went to green, green went to blue.
Yeah.
But all the territories might have expanded somewhat. Well, not necessarily true
No,
because
well,
because
dude, like
the
consider
entire
this,
continent
right?
is.
If
Never
green
mind.
is
Never
weak
mind.
and red is the most powerful, the red's not gonna cower in the swamp. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
No, but it's going to like Mjorn, right? It's going to Sidaris. It's going to Stern. It's like it's taking over this continent, right? But the thing is, like the Latherton continent is gone, so there's nothing for the red dragon there now.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Right? There's no followers. Yeah, and the red dragon's not going to go to the desert because I mean there's Aline and Tribe, but outside of that, there's no followers there either. So. All right. Everyone is caught up. Everyone knows. Let this be a moment in time. Please record it in the annals. Everyone knows everything.
I just want to make sure that Roddy or Elvlor understands the reason why the party did not kill the White Dragon was because the White Dragon had indicated that were it to die, a volcano would erupt and destroy the entirety of Zynar.
We know. We told them everything. We know that. That was the implication that they
I
had
just
to go
want
back.
that to be reiterated.
That
Since
Roddy
you
had
plan
to
on
go.
murdering this thing in
That
cold
Roddy
blood.
had to go back and listen to
That
70 sessions
that's
of game.
But
That's
nobody
specific
did
detail
an
I don't
insight check
remember.
to see whether the dragon was lying or not.
No, you guys rolled. I think it was like a 20-something insight.
But also, I will say the plague is going to get us anyway, right? So, volcano, plague, or plague then volcano, most likely is how it's kind of going. So,
That could probably
like at a certain point, it doesn't matter.
Man, I feel like telling the rats that the White Dragon was keeping the city alive might have been a good idea.
Listen, don't go back and second guess us. We made the best decisions we could with the information available.
So now that you guys sat down, you guys go to the main hall, and you go in through the front door, and you're meted with a couple of lizard folk, and they ask you, "What are you doing here?"
Hail and well met.
Why is
We're
it
here
that
to
no
speak,
one ever
Rick.
seems happy to see us?
We're here to see Shamalama.
Show enough.
So Gareth,
Maybe that's why.
Show enough.
Oh God.
You know,
Listen,
it's really
I
disheartening to go
I
from place to place and
gave
be
the
so
party
unwelcome.
5 whole seconds to say something, okay? I did not jump on it. I just couldn't handle the uncomfortable silence.
We are not accepting visitors.
Why's that?
We are busy.
Pissy?
Looking for insert name.
Arona.
Eortha.
No, it's a D.
Eortha.
Just the D. There
I
you go.
Josh doesn't even know, so I was close enough.
I said Eortha. I said it. What do you mean?
I thought you were looking at your doc. That's fine.
No, I said it, and then I to be fair, I did look to double check, but I did say it before I looked.
we might be able to assist you, especially since
Is it by getting her from your companion? And where is he today?
it seems he left in a hurry this morning.
Dipped out. Heard you're coming after him.
Then why
more
are
of
you
a-
here?
More of an acquaintance than
We have some theories and some questions.
We're detectives. We're a detective agency where we find missing people.
I don't know. I don't expect you to fully trust us, but at least I am green.
Wow.
Just went right there.
Just laid it out.
I did.
All right. Well, this isn't gonna go anywhere.
I just what are we seeing? Are there doors or like what are we seeing here?
Yeah, I mean, behind them are a couple of doors.
And these are administrators?
They just happen to be two lizard folk that are there when you walk in. They look like they are dressed kind of like shaman, but they don't have the full garb. Maybe like acolytes, if you will.
I was just gonna say acolytes. That's
That's because you're
All right.
green.
I look at F's for follow up. I start counting to 5 in my head. 1, 2.
I mean, seriously, you're not gonna allow us to try to at least help or even announce. And there's a lot of different conclusions here.
Are they just staring at us
Vaortha.
quietly, or
Apparently, our
Vaortha
shaman
and
are
the dragon disappeared at the
consulting-
same time.
Yes.
What does that tell you?
It tells us that somebody wants our village destroyed. And coincidentally, this coincided with the arrival of a certain dwarf followed by your party.
I mean, I think you're
We found
finding
him here.
coincidental and like you're looking for correlation. You're just finding something coincidental, right? Like, do you have evidence?
There's a reason no one has acted upon this. We are still consulting the smoke.
Oh, magic smoke. Okay, no, that I look at magic smoke all the time too for my answers, so I get it. Well, he's gone, so if you guys want to go shoot off and follow him, he went that way, and I point towards the Misty Straits.
There's a lot of things that way.
Pray tell. That's interesting.
You pointed in a fucking direction. You said you pointed towards the Misty
Yeah,
Straits.
no,
Like, he went that way. Ah,
no,
okay.
you just walk that way until you find the coast, and then keep going through the water. It's fine.
well, let me ask you a follow up. Are we free
There's
to
a
go?
city, Amberdale.
Are we free to go?
No one will stop you if you leave.
Then let me ask you a
That's
question.
not the same
Would it make
question.
more sen- what-
I
if
also
we're free to
chuckle.
go, and if we're free to go, wouldn't it just make more sense to let us in so we can have a conversation about what's going on, so you guys get some more answers, rather than us just leave and you guys have zero answers?
Logic
Roll a
bombed.
persuasion.
Yeah, logic bombed. Hell yeah, Brady.
His persuasion is like a minimum 21 or something.
I know.
right?
I know it's gonna pass, but he's gotta roll.
My minimum rolls is 23 on a persuasion.
So he basically just crit one right there. So crit one, that doesn't make any sense. What?
Crit fail 1. Yeah.
So, what is it you want?
We'd like to speak to your elder.
Our elder is missing.
Well, your shaman. We'd like to speak to Sogareth. Sorry.
Ouroboros.
Gareth?
Sure enough.
Listen, this is why I make names
us-
like Craig, right? Like,
Give us 1 moment.
Absolutely. Appreciate it.
One of them leaves.
I loosen my guns in my holster. I can't go back to jail.
After a few minutes, he comes back. Please, follow me. And
Kindly.
leads you into a large room that is very, very smoky, and you can see a bunch of different altars that are lit with. There's really nothing else to call it but incense, just giant incense.
So I'm actually gonna stay I don't think I would go in to talk to the shaman.
Okay.
I'm gonna hang out with the admins.
So, eat inside. So for all of you who do go inside, you get in this large room, very smoky. There's a lot of altars lit, and with different incense, and you see will look like 3 shaman. You have one in the middle, who is clearly the one in charge here, and then 2 others, and they're all kind of 2 are currently in trance, looking up at the smoke, and if you follow their gaze up, you can see as the smoke is kind of swirling, and you can see like looks like different patterns and things happening up as they're gazing up there. And as you guys step in, the middle shaman starts walking towards you all, and he says, "I hear that you wish to speak about the disappearance of Deortha."
Correct.
We do.
We curious what lead you currently have, and we're hoping to give you some information based on whatever questions you might have for us.
Currently, what we know is that she is very, very far away. We had originally believed that it was the work of a certain dwarf, but the smoke has told us otherwise.
Are you only tracking Deortha right now?
Yes,
Gonna try tracking your god?
we have not, because currently it is Deortha that is more important to us.
Well,
What if they were one and the same?
That would be a very amusing idea, but I do not believe it so.
Is that
Because we have gone to worship our dragon, and we have seen Deortha with our dragon.
okay? So very far away. The dwarf didn't do it. Any other clues to who would have taken her?
No. But
Possibly another dragon?
it could be that she left with the dragon.
well, you just know she's far away. You don't know what direction or
It does not come to us in the smoke.
Surrounded by water.
We have been trying to scan. We have been going for great days. This is the first that I have actually stopped.
I got nothing else, guys.
I got nothing else
Yeah.
either. Okay.
Yeah.
So if we find her, we'll make sure she tarries on home.
Or dies. Or the other.
Why is it that you believe Deortha was the dragon?
Well, her disappearance coincided with the disappearance of the dragon, so it just
That's the same reason that led them to believe Boots killed her. So.
well, yeah, it was more of a hunch than an accusation of such, but it's
I'm still not convinced
Yeah.
Boots is not a dragon, so, you know.
My
yeah.
understanding was that she went missing after we noticed our missing dragon.
Timeline, yeah.
And I
Wait,
wonder. Go ahead.
how long after did she go missing?
She had gone missing as of now 4 days ago.
I'm sorry. Okay.
When
Out of
did
character.
when did the dragon go missing?
Yeah. Thank you.
I shouted from down the hall.
We, as of now, believe it was approximately 3 weeks ago. We have learned that the author was taking the offerings. We think it was to hide this from the villagers.
Called it.
So the
To
next
convince them that the
question
god was still
being
there.
whether she left the village, was taken from the village, or something else. But the smoke has told us that she is far away, which would indicate either she is dead and her spirit has moved on, or she was taken quite literally far from here. So either a certain dwarf has killed her, or she is nowhere near here.
When you mean nowhere near here, are we talking different plane of existence?
Possibly.
How far
Got it.
how far out did your smoke accurately trace?
Can locate the exact place that someone can be found within the plane generally.
More than likely, if you can't track it, it's either being blocked by something or she's not on this plane.
Precisely.
All right. Well, again, no other questions unless you got anything for us. Carry on. No offense, sir.
Let's see. Have you been you have been to the dragon's lair, yes?
Yes. Left an offering too.
Near there, within the swamp, is an old grotto. Perhaps you may be able to find an idea of where she is there.
Why would that give us any information about her location?
It was created by our ancestors and holds
Yeah.
ancient magic. And while we are planning on making the pilgrimage soon ourselves, we were hoping to get information first. If you all are willing to do that for us and could come back after, we would be willing to reward you.
Check with our group, but
What's
we'll
the
There
reward?
it is. Side quest.
I mean, what's the reward?
yeah. What are we looking at?
More stat books.
Stat books would be great. You got any stat books? I split my last one up, so it didn't really do much good.
Do you have a potion of revealing the effects of a strength potion that our buddy could use
Mhm.
to reveal the effects of a strength potion?
What is it that you most desire?
Stat books sounds great. No.
Stat books. What do you want? Stat books. When do you want them? Now.
Mhm.
We don't quest for levels anymore. We quest for stat books. Wait. We might have to confer with the group and then get back to you, but we might need your scrying ability. That's
If you tell us what it is you would like us to scry, we can do it. Accomplish the trials of the grotto.
Well, one thing I do suggest on your own time is maybe scrap for the green dragon because there's a good chance that I'm willing to bet Theortha might be with the green dragon. So if you do the same lookup and find that you can't locate the green dragon, also there's a chance that it might tell us that something's blocking. Then it also might tell us the same location. But
We
that's
can-
just
Have
a
them
thought. Well,
have them scry where
that
Griffin Dragon is.
well,
No,
that's
have them
I
scry the
wanted
blue
to ask.
dragon.
I was going to ask you guys, like in the group, what we thought about that. But
Yeah.
Scrying for the red dragons,
blue
what you
dra- is-
wanted?
Yeah, we need to find
We
the,
want the
we need
blue-
to find if we find one dragon, we'll find all the dragons because we know the layout. Yeah.
yeah. Do we want to? Do I want to ask him for the blue dragon then? Is that kind of
You
the?
want the blue or the red? Because
Well, I blue because I don't think we're going after red right now.
all right,
So yeah, I'll be like, and then while you're looking at that, it's a good chance that we'd be interested in you doing a search for the ancient blue dragon, whatever its name is. I don't have it. Do we know its name? We don't
I
know
don't think you do.
okay.
Nope.
Ancient blue dragon.
Do you know the green dragon's name?
No. Do they need the name? Are you playing with your cat right now?
I think
Yes,
scrying
I am.
typically you need the name.
What's that?
I feel like from like just lore of scrying, you generally need the name of whatever it is you're trying to look for.
Well, since it's a spell that I can equip myself with, thought it was useless.
You're getting a
You can see.
random thought from God that maybe you should ask them if they know the green dragon's names. If they know it's not Teortha.
Oh. Well, oh, that's right. I just assumed they didn't because the other guy. What's the name of the green dragon?
Ishresh.
Ish.
Itch rash,
That
got
doesn't,
it.
that doesn't do a whole lot.
Oh, I,
for-
I, we're all gonna hear it now.
Rip Rap.
Ish rash. Shit. No. Ish. What is it?
Ishresh.
Okay.
Ishresh.
It doesn't do a whole lot for us, but yeah.
I mean, I have the orb for itchy rash, so see, I can play the name game too.
Let's see.
Gishresh, not Ishresh.
Yeah?
It doesn't say you need to know the name. It says
What?
hear and see a particular creature you choose. Snake plant.
A particular creature.
Yeah,
An ancient blue.
the only blue
There's
dragon
Only one.
around.
There's only one ancient blue dragon in all of existence.
Is there more?
I don't know that. Are there more?
According to Bahamut, there's only 5, and
Oh
there's
no!
only one that's
According to
blue.
Bahamut, there's only 5 consorts of Tiamat.
Oh, well, good. Let's Google that then on the Scrying network. Blue consort of Tiamat. It's also good that Tiamat's into every color, right? That's very progressive. Right? Like, all right, so what we're hearing is that these people are of no help to us.
Hey, they can locate dragons for you.
Oh,
I thought they
Wait a
couldn't.
second. Okay, hold on. Shit, well. Alright, so if we go do this grotto thing, if we can use your scrying ability for, say, 5 dragons, not 5 dragons, whatever number of dragons we have left, as needed, when we need it, would you be amenable to that?
We would consider it, but as a show of good faith, we can begin scrying one now.
I was great because I was going to ask you to do that. So.
We
What's
should have
the-
to find the answer by the time you return.
Okay, that's not a show of good faith. That's us doing the job before we. I'm not there. It's fine. I'm talking to the admins. So what's
It
it like
doesn't
to
get
work
done
here?
immediately.
Is that them? That's them showing us good faith?
They'll
Or-
begin scrying it. Yeah, it doesn't happen immediately. It takes them grid to get the answer because they're not utilizing conventional means of magic.
Okay.
That means that Josh is outside the DMG.
I mean, I would also say that because they're utilizing circum other things that conventional means would not be able to.
Gotcha. Right. We leave and we run to the grotto. We sprint.
Yeah.
We're there.
It-
We did it.
Fast travel. We're fast traveling
Takes-
the player.
It takes you a day to get there, and what I think is that put us at the end of our session, and we can start next session at the grotto next week.
All right. So speaking next week, I probably won't
I'm-
be on until 9 p.m.
I'm
So
gonna be in Michigan next week. So
Oh shit!
that's
There
next
you
week.
go. That
all right,
actually,
well,
that's
Well, I'll be on
helpful
it.
for me because I have.
I'll be on at 7
What?
and on twice, so I can make up for them not being here.
that's how that
It
works.
actually works out for me because I have no kids next week, and that could just be a night that I spend with my wife with no kids.
All right, so what I'm hearing is
Doing-
we're on the 19th.
Doing spyglass stuff.
Well, Okay. You guys still play without me, but the 19th, Bree and I are going to the lake house.
Oh
for
boy.
The 18th and 21st. So
La di da, Mr. Fancy Pants over here.
sorry.
I never took
Okay.
the White House.
So we'll do the 19th with perception bot, and then we'll do the 26th question mark with everybody.
Yes.
Please hold.
Wait, are we doing the 12th just later than normal?
No.
No, because the idea being that we would be missing 2 people plus a
Oh.
late start. So